How soon is soon? Soon, TM. TM. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Twitch stream. It's Twitch edition, everybody. Welcome. No face cam today because I'm lazy and I don't want to put on a hat. And I don't really want to have to like wash my hair either. Honestly, I'm just being honest. I don't need to do face cam every time. It's a nice thing I'm doing over here. I've decided I'm doing face cam on Twitch, but not on YouTube. For some arbitrary reason, because they do it on Twitch, you know? I'm used to not doing it on YouTube. Sometimes they do it, but now it's gonna be a Twitch thing. But that doesn't mean I'm doing it every time. But hello. Welcome to the stream. We got various assorted trash that I want to look at. And I think this is gonna be a fun one. I forget what it was that brought this to my attention, but there's a video about, it's some, like, I guess conservative dude talking about like how anime is satanic and this is his truth. I think it might be a joke. We're gonna take a look. It might be a joke. But if it is a joke, we're gonna find out. Oh, what's this song? Oh, this is Amber Extraction. This is the Herbs Sims in the City DS and Game Boy Advance soundtrack. That first one was Sim Quarter Night. And then the second one was, what was it? Oh, it was, Second Looks Thrifts Emporium, which is really just like it's just like a remix or whatever of like a Sims 1 song. It was also in Bustin' Out on the GBA. Great games. I'm going to be streaming those games sometime soon because I actually love the fucking Game Boy Advance Sims games, and they're fucking stupid. And I remember, I remember very early on, like 4 years ago when I started streaming, I tried to stream them, but I was on like a terrible laptop and it couldn't run a stream and a fucking Game Boy Advance emulator at the same time. But I tried streaming it. We had a character called Mr. Obama or something, and he had like a ginger afro. It was good times. I want to recreate that character, But yeah, no, that's the remastered version from the composer himself, Ian Stalker, on YouTube. Go check it out if you're into that. I know that's like it's a weird game that's like, they made that game, it's funny because the fucking console one had like an official tie-in with like the Black Eyed Peas, but then the Game Boy Advance one is the one that people remember for the fucking music. Because it had a bunch of bangers. It had like, okay, so I'm not a fan of this one on this version of this one. Okay, I'm about to play this one. This is one of my favorite ones on the original GBA. And the thing is, the GBA had a fucking terrible sound chip. So like, you had to kind of work around how bad it was. So like, this one kind of sounds like shit when you remaster it, but on the original hardware, it sounds alright. This one's a classic though. Jail/R&B. West Coast Whistle. One time! Yeah. The problem is the percussion sounds too like separated now. It's like, but this is a classic game soundtrack, and the actual game is pretty cool too. But we're not here to play games today. Today is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here to fucking look Satan in the face and ask. We need to look Satan in the face and ask Nani. We need to look Satan in the balls and ask Doshta. Because some guy, his name is Matt Walsh, made a video called "Is Anime Satanic?" Is anime satanic? And yeah, Matt Walsh. So I've like vaguely heard of this guy. I don't know too much about him. I don't want to become one of those like fucking Hassan Destiny motherfuckers who like, like a political Twitch streamer. Don't worry if you're like of the conservative persuasion, because I don't hate you. And shortly after we make fun of this weirdo, we're gonna be possibly looking at some very much differently minded TikTok individuals who believe that they can transform into dogs and probably also like communism or something. So don't worry, there's a little bit of something for everybody here. There's a little bit of something for everybody. As I've said before, this stream is politically non-binary, politically non-conforming. But yeah, this is a thing from this guy, Matt Walsh. Anime is satanic, and that's my emotional fact. And the thing is, April was a month ago, so like I know that this is 7 months ago. That can't be an April Fool's joke. But he's got Goku and he's got a beard, and a lot of other people have looked at this. Asmongold, fucking other people. There was also that one lady. Satanism in metal, huh? Okay, I have to be careful scrolling down, but there was that one lady, like Candace Owens or whatever. Man, it's like showing me completely different results than when I searched before. But there was that lady Candace Owens who was like, "Oh, I support Matt Walsh," and it's like, well, of course you know, people. Oh, he has the right opinion that I agree with that benefits me and my, you know, yeah. Of course, that's how that works. Yeah, like yeah. And I support it, and I probably also know very little about it. But anyways, we're going to watch. This is only 9 minutes and 55 seconds, which is a lot shorter than, if you remember a few months ago, maybe a year ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but we looked at this channel. It was called Christian, I think it was called Christian Video Vault. Yo, Chris Raygun is streaming? What the fuck? What's he up to? Oh, he's playing Zelda. Hell yeah. Yeah, there was a channel, Christian Video Vault, I think it was called, and they had a whole kind of, it looked like Go Animate, where these like 4 kind of anime-ish avatars discuss how anime is possibly satanic, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. I mean, it's angels and Genesis. I mean, come on. And then they were talking about like, I don't know, some fucking heaven, like angel harem anime or something. I don't think we skipped around through it. They might have touched on Oh My Goddess. They might have touched on like the Devil May Cry anime or Devilman Cry Baby, which is a completely unrelated thing. But you know, this guy apparently his Satan is Goku here, which I don't know about that. But let's watch. Well, hang on. Canceled. Stream is canceled, everybody. Before we start the stream, how you guys doing? Take a look at chat. Devil May Wine 6. Bane might be streaming. Fuzo YT might be streaming after me, so go check that out if he chooses to. Carlos Santana solo plays. Some people have seen this video before, I think. Let me see here. Thank you to Plattystein with the Prime, and 2 months with the Prime. Thank you. And then a bunch of follows since yesterday. I mentioned the channel, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be streaming over here on Twitch tomorrow. You might wanna, you know, go check that out. Maybe, you know, go follow, you know, whatever. And some people did that, and thank you. But yeah, let's get into this here. Show up 7 mortal sins. See how he feels about it. Well, I think there's better anime. That's the shitty Netflix one, right? I think there's better anime than that, but yeah, he might. It's like, it would be funny to just make this guy hate anime more and try to convince him and be like, no, you gotta watch Ghost Stories. The dub, it's completely unironic. Or no, make him watch the fucking original sub version where it's just boring and shitty. Yeah, that'd be great. It's canceled.
Yesterday on the show, I briefly mentioned a controversy that had, at the time, only recently started simmering. It was a controversy surrounding comments made by the humble host of this very podcast. And if you've been paying attention...
Can you just say, I made some comments and people got mad? What is this fucking roundabout-ass way of speaking? Fuck off.
But all you know that...
You got a banjo in the fucking background. I mean, I like the banjo, but what are you just trying to, like... I'm from America! Like, what's the fucking banjo for? I mean, come on now. The banjo is a lovely instrument. I'm not sure why it's on this, like, weird talk show that you're hosting, but alright.
When my comments spark controversy, it's always because I have broached a very important subject and raised an issue of urgent national importance, such as, of course, the backlash over my advocacy for the rights of translucent mermaids. The topic this time around isn't quite that serious, but almost. So,
I can already tell that I don't like this man very much. He just talks in, again, this like very roundabout fucking cockamamie ass way of talking. Just like the translucent what is that? He probably got mad about the fucking Little Mermaid trailer or some shit. I don't know. And it's like he can't just talk directly and say that. He has to be all fucking flowery about it. Purple Pro's the person.
as I detailed yesterday, during an all-access live chat this past Friday, I was asked to give my opinion on the subject of anime. And I spent about 35 seconds on the subject in which I stated that, from my vantage point, anime is satanic.
From my point of view!
Now, I acknowledge that I have no argument to support that view.
Oh, okay.
I have no, perhaps, reason or justification for it. It is rather, as the kids say, a vibe. Anime has a satanic vibe. That's all. Have I ever seen...
I mean, so does your fucking, beard a little bit. That has a bit of a vibe.
Anime? Do I even know exactly what anime is? These questions aren't relevant. All that matters is that...
So, what were those questions again? Let's just hear them again.
That's all. Have I ever seen anime? Do I even know exactly what anime is? These questions aren't relevant.
Well, I mean, I'd say that they are somewhat. I guess he's probably going to spin a point about, like, but this is my opinion, and you asked my opinion, and, like, you didn't, this is my point of view, like it or not, I guess. And it's like, all right, I guess you just have a very uninformed point of view, by your own admission. Okay, then. I mean, he's not directly saying that he doesn't know anime and he doesn't know exactly what it is. He might be a huge weeaboo, because he's not denying it. He's just not admitting it. And so the obvious implication there initially, you think, oh well, that means he doesn't know anything about anime. But the other way you can take it is that he does, and he just doesn't want to say. He's like, I have watched Bible Black, and I know it's satanic. I've watched it several times to comb through for all the details.
All that matters is that, as I said in
Especially
response to a live
the
question
scenes.
someone asked, anime is the work of the devil. That's my truth.
It's his
that,
truth.
that I live in.
He's speaking his truth, everybody. You don't know where he's been. You don't know where he's come from. That's his truth, all right? Hashtag my truth.
Okay. Now, there are some who might assume that this comment was simply a half-assed, off-the-cuff joke about cartoons, and that's all. Now, there are some who might observe that I've also argued for cyclists to be imprisoned. I've said that people who leave their shopping carts in the parking lot are morally equivalent to serial killers and should be executed on the spot.
No, see, that's... Okay, so there's also a channel I need to look at one point. We're going to begin the debate now, chat, because this is going to be a hot fucking issue when I get to this. Okay? There's a channel on it. Some of you have probably heard of it. It's called Cart Narcs, where they go after people who, like, leave their shopping cart in the parking lot. Here's my argument. The fucking stores employ people that do that, right? That, like, there's a person whose job it is to wrangle the carts. Why does it have to be our fucking job to wrangle the carts? That's their job. They work there. Okay? All right, now discuss, okay?
I've called for legislation outlawing small talk in elevators and the use of emojis by males over the age of 18. I even spent 3 months on this show attacking my own employer over his refusal to give me a giant stuffed walrus.
Scrunkly Rabbit, thanks for the prime.
That my theories about anime's satanic
L-take, you're an L-take!
In the same spirit.
You're fucking the sperm that made you was an L-take, my man.
As all those other sorts of comments. And you're right.
Wait, we gotta go back. I have been distracted.
On this show, attacking my own employer over his refusal to give me a giant stuffed walrus.
What?
So you might assume that my theories about anime's satanic origins should be taken in the same spirit as all those other sorts of comments. And you're right, because I'm totally serious about all of it. It's good then that social media took it with the seriousness that it was intended. I was one of the top trending subjects on Twitter nationwide yesterday, again, this time due to my controversial stance on anime. What
is this fucking... A woman is someone who identifies as a woman is... Okay. What? What? Why is that on your laptop? There's like a QR code? I don't think we're going to be... I have a feeling that if you try to scan that QR code, please don't try. Don't fucking buy this man's whatever, you know. But like if you try to scan it, I feel like it's too like zoomed out and weirdly angled and kind of blurry that you probably wouldn't even be able to actually scan that. So I'm not sure what that's for, other than looking kind of stupid. A woman is someone who identifies as a woman. Isn't that like the kind of shit that this guy probably wouldn't agree with? That sounds like a, you know, gender studies university kind of thing. But okay.
Counts with
Sweet Baby Gang on his mug. I'd never seen this man do anything before. He is to me what anime, like to him, he knows as much about anime as I know about him. So like I'm just like, this is my first experience with this man. I'm just trying to make fucking sense of his room. There's a fucking book called a walrus up there. He said something about a fucking purple walrus or something before, I think. This is very strange.
Anime.
Is this guy like a comedian?
Avatars express their hurt and anger over my opinion, leading me to believe that maybe I was wrong about anime causing demonic possession. Maybe it actually just causes you to become an extremely whiny dork. That's another theory. Meanwhile, the news media jumped into action. My randomly muttered hot take about anime made it into the headlines of several major news outlets. Yahoo News reports, Daily Wire troll Matt Walsh denounces anime as satanic, though he doesn't know why. Denounces. I denounced it. Mediaite says, Matt Walsh...
That's a way you can put it, I guess, you know. There's a post from YMS Highlights the other day that was like, you know, I put YMS slams so-and-so because it's, you know, because they demonetize me if I put in YMS shits on so-and-so. So I get, you know, denounces is just another way of saying, like, you know, Matt Walsh takes a big fat fucking diarrhea dump and drowns it with beer on anime.
Declares anime satanic.
Can't really put that in the headline, you know.
Satanic, but admits he's not sure why. The Independent says, Matt Walsh says he thinks all anime is satanic and adults shouldn't be watching cartoons. Newsweek takes a slightly...
Okay, apparently this guy is like anti-trans, I guess, and the thing on his laptop is supposed to be like implying that it's like circular logic. I mean, I guess, I suppose. I mean, yeah, this statement is certainly constructed to be circular. That's true. That's a true fact. There's like a nuke on his phone. Can you see the nuke? No, I'm like covering up the bear's covering up the nuke. There's like a nuke just in the top fucking corner, and there's like a little man on the nuke. What's going on in this set? I don't understand. Anyways.
A different angle. They say, Daily Wire host who called anime satanic blasted by real Satanists. Oh, well, if real Satanists are angry about it, then I guess I'm more right than I ever realized.
Well, maybe they don't want to be associated with fucking weeaboos.
So I can now, with more confidence than ever, say that I stand by my comment.
Haven't we already, like, determined that Satanism is, like, fine? I mean, I don't know, there's probably bad Satanists, I'm sure, but, like, from what I remember hearing, Satanism is actually just mostly, like, a religion. I mean, it kind of falls on the side of, like, Sodom and Gomorrah, of, like, just enjoy your earthly delights while you're here, basically. You know? It's a little bit more of like a have fun religion. Plus they love anal sex, apparently. There's always room in the schedule for anal orgies, according to that one best of the worst video. So I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I mean, if anime is satanic, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's necessarily that, you know, that might be true. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing, but, you know.
Obviously. Well, if you feel like you need more respect in your life, then established titles is your opportunity to earn.
He's selling. Wait, established titles? Oh, this was from 7 months ago. Okay. Was this after? Wait a second. Now, hang on. I forget when that happened. This was from October. When was that a scandal? Was that after that was a scandal? I feel like that was after that was a scandal. That was a while ago. I don't know. Established titles. This ad segue is intense, yeah. At this point, it's used to try and defend human rights more than a religion. Yeah, they're always partying. Satanism is very Reddit. Okay, well, in that case, all right. In that case, you've warned me away from Satanism. I just know that every last podcast ends with them going, "Hey, Hail Satan." I think that's Henry that says "Hail Satan." So it's like, I don't know. Henry's pretty cool.
He has a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland, established title.
So established titles, everybody. Cool, real sponsor. That's great.
Me that the first 200 people purchasing a title pack there. So
half of this video is established fucking titles. Jesus Christ.
Anime is satanic, and it leads to demonic possession in upwards of 87% of cases, studies show.
Is this a joke? Like, is this... I mean, this might be just meant to, like, be trolling people, I guess. I mean, okay.
Reports suggest that...
Studies show? What studies?
Listen to this. Listen to this.
I'm listening. I'm tuned in.
Half of all Pokemon fans will become mass murderers.
I think this is just him trolling people. I think he's just riling people up. I don't know. This is, like, very silly. Like, I can't believe that anybody would actually... Like, no.
The other half will also become mass murderers.
This is just a fucking...
If any of my critics had ever studied history, they would know that Adolf Hitler, Genghis...
The other half will also become mass murderers.
Khan, Caligula.
So the guy's just, like, trying to get attention, I guess. He's just doing the fucking Andrew Tate. Like, remember the first thing that Andrew Tate ever did to get, like, attention? Well, I guess he was on, like, Big Brother or whatever. But the first thing that most people heard about him for was him saying that nobody who's successful has ever watched Star Wars. Nobody who's, like, not a virgin has ever watched Star Wars. And he was like a laughingstock for a week, but it was like, you know, it just drew attention to him. So I think that's just what he is doing here. You know, that kind of tactic. I guess we're giving him attention, everybody. Go, you know. Now I am aware of him, and many of you might be aware of him, and maybe you never were before. So there you go. I guess his ploy worked.
All were anime fans, or would have been if it existed.
Hitler was an anime fan. That's what he just said.
Genghis Khan, Caligula, all were anime fans, or would have been if it existed.
Right.
In fact, and this statistic is the most shocking of all.
Statistic, everybody.
I want you to listen closely
to
this.
Real statistic.
Nearly 100% of all violent criminals in the country have seen Dragon Ball Z, or have heard of it.
Probably heard of it, yeah.
Or know someone who has seen or heard of it.
Okay, I mean, this is kind of funny. I mean, we gotta give the guy that. For people to have gotten mad at this is, like, you know, I guess he's a pretty good troll at the very least.
The numbers speak for themselves. Though, in fairness, there is perhaps no reason to single out Japanese animation in this way. Sure, it's especially weird and unsettling, but it's from Japan, after all, so what do you expect? Really, though, every cartoon is satanic. Okay. That's the only clarification that I'll offer here.
I think I think most things are satanic. Your banjo, you know, the devil fucking played a fiddle in that one song. He played the fiddle, and he lost. He lost that duel, and Johnny got his soul, or whatever, however that song goes. But yeah, like the fiddle over there is satanic, my man. The nuke that my bear is like I think the nuke says inflation. I can't tell. It's like really blurry. No, it might not. It might say fat man, but I don't know. Walruses, pretty satanic. A book about women. I mean, women are pretty fucking satanic.
Every cartoon is satanic. Look at Paw Patrol, for example.
Germa is also the devil.
Talking dogs with dead, lifeless eyes who engage in all manner of sorcery.
Someone in chat says he tweeted about being upset that the hospital only gave him a couch to sleep on when his wife had a baby there. Well, okay, that's pretty bad, but at least it's better than that guy who was like... What was the story? Who was the guy who had to leave? It was like a known guy. It was like a famous guy, like a lolcow or somebody, who, like, his wife was in labor and he left to play the Switch or something. Like... I forget. It was like Pro Jared or some shit. Even SpongeBob is satanic, yeah. The satanic femoids.
The whole town of Adventure Bay cowers in fear under the tyrannical regime of these beasts. Even the mayor, who's really a figurehead, obeys their every whim. There are no checks and balances in this system. The Paw Patrol are given free rein to be judge, jury, and potentially executioners.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that this guy is pretty much just trolling people, and I guess it was a successful troll. So I mean, that's a I'm gonna say that video is kind of a dub for this guy. I don't know anything else about him, but if other people are like we're like genuinely upset and mad, like, who is this? He's terrified of anime. Maybe there's more that I don't know. And maybe this guy is just fucking Poe's Law incarnate. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but it seems like he's just fucking, you know, trying to stir the shit. But don't worry about that, because we have Christian Video Vault, and they make some very good videos, which are very similar style of content. They still are making videos. Are people basically good? The LGBT agenda over here. Now, I wanted to see this one. I don't think we watched too much of this. I don't think we watched any of this. The Beatles and their war on Christianity. It's 32 minutes, which is comparatively pretty short for this channel, it looks like. Well, there's a 59-second one here. But yeah. The one that we watched before was, where is it? It was down here somewhere. It was like a year or two. I don't know. We probably already passed it, but oh yeah, is anime evil? This one here. Surprisingly, not too many views on this one, but it was an unironic version of the last video that we were watching. A bunch of people who were actually kind of making the argument of like, well, I heard from a friend that anime was Satan, and there's angels in it, and that's evil or something. And that was like 48 minutes of that. We only watched a little bit of that. I guess we can watch, you know what? Fuck it. Our old friends, everybody. We're watching some of this video. We started watching this before. And to like summarize, it's these fucking jabronis sitting here.
Genocide with barely...
No. Oh yeah, he starts playing a fucking Super Eye Patch Wolf clip for like half of the fucking video, but it's these four jabrons. Look at this fucking art style. Look at the Jesus shirt over here. It's looking pretty sus. There's Mark Zuckerberg there. And then, yeah. And it's kind of got like a bit of an anime aesthetic, like the eyes. And yeah, it's not good. It's not a great look. These people basically point to a bunch of anime, like, you know, this one thing with like angels, that these and pointing out specifically people at cons. Like, they basically found a bunch of people at anime conventions who were like the most, you know, kind of funny looking, like in costume or whatever, so that they could kind of point and laugh and like, hey, look, this is what anime fans are, that kind of thing. And ask them basically like, when did you start watching anime? And most of the answers were a lot of just nice things like, oh, my dad got me into Dragon Ball Z or whatever. And this was being framed as like a horrible sin, basically. And so we were like a ways into it, and they start talking about Dragon Ball Z being evil. And again, like I say, this is unironic. This is a real situation. When do they start talking about DBZ? It's like around here, I think.
And corrupt, resulting in the tree weakening and seeking help from Sailor Moon to regain power and be reborn.
Man, how twisted is that? God.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about Sailor Moon being like for pedophiles, and it's like, I mean, okay, maybe, but to be fair, I mean, when has God ever had a problem with that?
Created humans. John 1:3 says, all things were made through him, and without him, nothing was made that was made. So if the tree created the humans, this is a blasphemous depiction of the true God, making it seem as he can be weakened by his own creation, and then he needs to seek help from the pagan witches in order to survive.
You know, another anime that
I mean, yeah, you can certainly fucking interpret it that way if you fucking want to, I suppose.
sugarcoats the occult is Dragon Ball Z. Have you ever seen this one?
Oh yeah, I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah, a bunch of people we interviewed at the convention said they started watching anime.
So, but like, one of the people on this panel says that like, oh yeah, I remember watching that as a kid. Which maybe might not have even been true. It might have just been written into the fucking script to sound relatable or whatever. But like, if you watched it as a kid and you're currently on this panel denouncing it or shitting on it or slamming it or however you want to put it, calling anime evil or questioning if anime is evil, you know, whatever. You want to get around the, you don't want to weasel out as much as you can of saying like, saying it. He's, I'm just asking questions, you know. But like, yeah, I mean, you're here denouncing it. You watched it as a kid, right? So like, why are you so who cares? If anime is evil, it's not like brainwashing people to the extent that you're not able to fucking recognize it. So what do you care? I mean, I don't know. Like, I saw it as a kid. If it was like, oh, I have no idea what anime is, my kids are watching, that's one thing. But these are people, they're supposedly like, oh yeah, I saw this as a kid. They've been around this their whole lives, and they've still come to the conclusion that it's Satan. I mean, this, again, I say this video is not a joke. This is the unironic version of the Matt Walsh thing. But like, I don't know, this might be like a clickbait video. It might just be it might just be attempting to get attention again.
Because of that show.
But it's a very long.
This show's been around since the mid '90s, and there's a ton of episodes, somewhere in the range of like 600 plus in total.
Wow, that is a serious investment of time if you watch all of those.
You're not kidding.
How long's the Bible there, Jethro?
Right, and listen to what this particular fan, who has hundreds of thousands of subs, says about the show. Notice that these videos have millions of...
It's a super eye patch wolf noted based person. Really good videos on his channel. They're going to like play like a good chunk of his video here.
Views. This just shows the impact this genre has on the public.
Toonami was nothing less than a revolutionary siren call for a generation of young anime fans.
So keep in mind that everything that he's saying here, you're supposed to be a pearl clutching old lady or whatever who's like watching this in horror. Keep in mind that this is supposed to be horrifying you and convincing you that anime is evil right now. Just keep that in mind.
The older, more traditional Power Zone slot with a block filled nearly entirely with Eastern properties, such as Gundam.
We did already do this, but we only watched a little of it, and then we got fucking jebaited by Matt Walsh, so we're watching not the rest of it necessarily, but we're watching more of it, and I want to watch the video about the Beatles being satanic too, because we didn't watch that last time, and I wanted to. So.
Wing, Outlaw Star, and Sailor Moon. Up until now, the only real way to consume these shows was through trading VHS tapes or downloading low-quality fan subs online. But now, anime was being broadcast directly into our living rooms, and
oh, that's terrible, Eustace. I agree, Gladys. How dare they put that mind-melting material into our children's homes? Frankenstein gangster anime, Japanese mind control gangster Frankenstein warfare, abducting our children and turning them into sex pests, I tell you, Gladys.
It was mind-blowing. And at the center of this movement and Toonami's most popular show was Dragon Ball Z. Keep in mind that this was late 90s American television, where the most popular animated shows were family-friendly titles like Doug and Rugrats. And by comparison, Dragon Ball Z was shocking. The show felt like a gateway into an entirely different world.
They're holding up little flashcards to tell you which words you're supposed to be taking, really taking home. The fact that it's shocking and it's a gateway. There you go. I don't know. I wonder if Super Eye Patch Wolf ever saw this, because this video's only got like 7,000 views. Not a lot of people know about it. I wonder what his reaction would be to know that they're like using his words to be like, see, he said it was shocking and a gateway.
Violent and even dark.
Violent and dark.
Insanely powerful villains that committed.
And how dare children know about violent, dark things? Anyway, young Timmy, please read the Bible until you go to sleep. I understand you're on the part where everybody dies in a flood. Or is it the part where everybody dies in some or other horrible way? Enjoy, sweet dreams.
Genocide with barely.
No, but don't worry, because that teaches you good lessons, right? Because it's teaching you good lessons. We've decided arbitrarily that those are good lessons, and anything that's in anime is evil. Arbitrarily, we have decided this. So read this violent, awful, horrible, dark material that's gonna give you nightmares, instead of watching this epic, cool shit that's evil. It's evil, guys. Don't read it. Don't read Dragon
and horrific alternate futures, where our entire cast of heroes, as well as the vast majority of the human race, had been wiped out by malevolent, psychopathic androids. It was a series where people could suffer grave bodily injury and heroes could die. It felt like a show you shouldn't be watching, one that couldn't possibly be airing on children's television, and yet it was.
You see, like Sailor Moon, there's a ton of highly inappropriate sexual content and dirty innuendos. Some of the scenes are so disturbing that on this fact alone, it should deter pretty much anyone.
Okay, alright, look, you know, I mean, sure, anime, there's a lot of weird, we've talked about this last time we watched this video, you know, when we watched the first part of it, but like, yeah, there's a lot of strange stuff in anime. There's like cultural differences. I mean, we can get into how it's just obviously, I mean, I don't know if I want to say it's like racist, you know, necessarily, to just be like, ooh, it's from Japan and it's got sex stuff. How evil and weird and evil. But like, it is, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that that's necessarily, it's maybe not consciously racist, but it feels that way a little bit. So there's that. But like, I mean, again, you know, there's a lot of violent sexual stuff. I don't know what this point is, because it's like, okay, is anime evil? Well, I mean, it's as evil as like the fucking Terminator or whatever, or like Friday the 13th or whatever, you know, like a slasher movie with tits and murder, you know, like it's as evil as that, which maybe they probably also find evil, but it's like, okay, but who gives a shit? I don't know. Who gives a shit? Watashi no type. What, because he's a kid? They're pointing out that there's like pedophiles in Japanese anime. I mean, I don't know, man. It's a real touchy subject for anybody preaching like Bible stuff to be like talking about, uh-oh, guys, you know, these people are a little bit touchy with children. Like, well, I don't know. Historically there's been some issue there with, you know, by certain biblical people and children. Might be making a valid point, maybe.
Weird.
There are so many of these extremely inappropriate scenes that it's crazy the American public doesn't ban it due to its promotion of pedophilia. When searching for the Dragon Balls, we
need to ban it, everybody. Ban everything.
Goku is seen...
Because banning things historically has just worked out so well. Banning things that lots of people like and enjoy. Yeah, they're just gonna stop watching it. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna stop watching it. It's gonna suppress them. You know, because nobody's gonna remember. Once it goes away and you ban it, you know, people are just gonna forget it existed, and they're not gonna be able to find it online or anything like that. And you know, they certainly wouldn't spread it more, you know, as a result of that. Like, no, just ban it. It's fine.
Sneaking a peek at Bulma's underwear. Also, really disturbing is this scene of Master Roshi asking to see under Bulma's dress.
A peek at your underwear.
Dirty old man!
Yeah, these are just tropes in Japanese media. I'm sorry, this is just how, you know, if you have an issue with the cultural paradigms that led to this sort of thing, I guess that's another argument, but, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's there. I suppose you could argue that might lead a child to act in a certain way. You know, maybe that's something, but, you know, a big part of this, as we learned last time I looked at this, you know, the first half of this, you know, it kind of comes down to, like, why don't you fucking parent your children? Why don't you, like, watch this with them and, like, point out things that you know, find to be objectionable if you fucking have to? I don't know. Just to be like, hey, don't emulate that. That's bad. You know? Like, watch it with them. Parent your fucking kids. I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy to, you know, be a parent. I'm just saying, like, are we still doing the thing where are we now ever going to stop? Like, are we ever as fucking humans just gonna get past the fucking thing where we blame, like, media and other fucking elements for our own bad parenting? You know, my kid's doing drugs. It must be the music. It must not be the fucking, the husband that beats him. And, like, me that, like, you know, whatever. Like, it can't be the parents. It can never be us. It can never be, little Timmy you know, wants to burn down churches. It has to be fucking, like, the Fortnite that I'm giving him to play 24 hours a day. And not the fact that I'm doing that, you know? Like, fucking hell.
Well, if being made into an embarrassing object is what it takes to get my wish, then okay. I duped them into thinking this bothers me, and I get an easy Dragon Ball. Heck, underwear's not much different from a bathing suit. Ta-da!
Thank you for saving us, Jesus, man. I appreciate him popping up to save us.
Oh, the shade!
Oh wow, when she lifted up her dress, she didn't even have underwear on. And this is rated Y7 for kids?
Eesh, mercy.
But even outside of those grotesque scenes, there is dark, spiritual undertones that need to be exposed. Magic is a common tool.
We're really still doing the fucking magic is evil thing. I mean, how long do books and movies and TV shows and cartoons and fucking video games and like comics, how long does media need to be talking about magic and including magic for people to fucking shut up and stop complaining? Like, how long has like, I mean, what, Lord of the Rings is also Satan? Because I think there's magic in that. I don't know, man. Pick your fucking battles, dude. Shit. Fucking hell.
Used throughout the series, and witchcraft and spiritualism is looked upon favorably.
The rivers, the trees, the wind, all the living things in nature. Please offer me your energy. I ask of you, please.
Well, I mean, yeah, people in chat are saying that scene was weird. It's also an anime from like the fucking 90s or something. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that have not necessarily aged well. You know, I'm not necessarily defending that scene, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. There's a lot of things you could point to. I'm just so sick of this fucking style. This is like when I read that newspaper the other day, the fucking weirdo Canadian kooky fucking conspiracy newspaper, where it's like they just take a bunch of fucking examples of things, and it's like, all right, maybe that is a thing, sure, but you're just kind of like throwing that with a bunch of other examples and like trying to make a point, and you're not really making a point. You're just showing me examples of things. And like, I can do the same thing. I can show examples of like various people who were being religious and being, you know, not so great people. It's like, you can fucking do that very easily. I don't know. Sure, that was a bit of a sus scene. What's your fucking point? There are sus scenes in like Western media as well. I mean, and the other fact is, like, I don't know, he pointed out that it was rated Y7. I think that might be, I don't know, Y7 is maybe a little young. I don't know. If I was a parent, I'd say like 10 or so for like Dragon Ball. I don't know. I don't know much about Dragon Ball. But I mean, I feel like 10, maybe 11, something like that. I mean, it depends. It also depends if you're a fucking parent. Like, you know, you probably know your child, hopefully. And you're like, oh, my child is mature enough to handle, like, playing a Grand Theft Auto game when he's a little bit young, or something like that. Or maybe my child is not able to handle that and has issues, like, with reality and fiction and things like that, and, like, needs to grow up a little bit, or needs to be taught certain things, whatever. Like, you could be a fucking parent instead of just throwing on a videotape, you know?
I almost have enough. The power is coming. A little bit getting won't stop.
In Colossians 2:8.
He gets the fucking, what is it? Kai, whatever. He gets the chi energy. And I guess they're calling that magic. I think it's like, I think that's also kind of racist, actually. Because isn't that just like an Eastern fucking belief? It's as magic as fucking Jesus' miracles to them, to the people that believe in that. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I admit to ignorance, but
it says, see to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ.
For example, the witch character Baba is referred to as...
I mean, it's also just like, it comes down to like, well, alright, so that's what your fucking scripture says, sure. So what? I mean, you know, it's like, I don't know. So they say that. I mean, yeah. And the Scientology fucking scripture says to like always support and love Xenu and don't be taken in by whatever. It's like, I don't know. That's just... Like, I'm not denouncing religion, obviously. People who are cool and about their fucking Catholicism or whatever, that's fine, you know, absolutely. But it's just like, I mean, you have to recognize that these are just kind of stupid arguments. It's like, yeah, well, my book says so. Well, so? Give me a reason that explains why your book is right, you know? Like, give me a don't just give me, well, no, but this is bad because my book says it's bad. Like, tell me why I should care that your book says it's bad, as someone who maybe doesn't care about the book. I guess this is just preaching to the fucking choir, the Catholic choir. Like, you know, I'm willing to be convinced by this video, and they're making some arguments that are just like, well, there's some weird stuff in anime, and I mean, like, okay, fine. But, like, a lot of it is just kind of like, well, it's bad because we said it's bad. And, like, I don't know, you can convince me why that's a bad thing. Like, why? Because some people in a fucking, like, church 1,000 years ago said not to worship magic spirits or something? Okay. Great. Why is that actually bad, practically speaking, in terms of, like, anything? You know, like, get to that, I guess.
The fortune teller Baba. Baba is an insulting word in Japanese that means old hag or old witch.
And Baba uses a crystal ball to see into the past, present, and future, something the Bible condemns as an abomination to God. Like when King Saul...
So the Bible does, but again, as somebody, if you're like not already a Catholic and you're watching this, or a Christian or whatever, I guess it's Christian Video Vault. Catholics are different, whatever, fucking whatever. But like, if you're not already on board with this fucking shit show, then like, I mean, you're not really convincing a lot of people, though. I mean, this is kind of just, if you already feel this way, then you know, this is bolstering your opinion. But if you don't feel this way, you're really not convincing me. I mean, you could, and I'm open to being convinced, but like...
Summoned the late Samuel through a medium. In reality, he was speaking to a demon.
Yeah, although I've seen a couple episodes, I still don't understand what this anime is really about.
Let me see if I can explain. You see, the mission of the characters is to collect 7 Dragon Balls that are hidden all over the earth in order to have 2 wishes granted by the Dragon Lord. The theme...
This is essentially like... Now, I don't know much about fucking Dragon Ball, I'll admit that, but like... I know that it's like based on like the Monkey King thing, that like, you know, fables, and like, you know, Eastern mythology, Buddhism and whatnot. Is that right? Is this essentially just them being upset that something has a different like take on mythology or whatever? And they're like, how dare they not be fucking Jesus-y? How dare they have a heathen religion? Is that all this is? Is just, ooh, other religion. I think that's all this basically is. I mean, there's like obviously magical fantasy shit in Dragon Ball that's not just based on like, you know, existing stuff, but I think a lot of it is based on like, I don't know, existing philosophy and shit. These aren't real conversations, are they? I mean, they're like, no, they aren't. You mean like the people talking in the video? Like, no, this is all scripted. This is not like, oh yeah, I also watched that as a line as a child. Yeah, it's like it's all scripted.
Song repeatedly chants the phrase.
The Book of Revelation called Satan a dragon.
Oh my god. Yeah, and their fucking book calls the dragon like a good thing. Shut up. Who gives a shit? How stupid are you? You're just like, oh, but our religion is the only one. Like, you have to know that maybe they acknowledge it at some point, like that, okay, well, this is just, you know, this religion and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But if you interpret it this, like, maybe they acknowledge it. But if they don't, then it really is just like, it's like, ooh, other religions scary, basically.
So basically they are asking Satan to get them.
The story centers around a young alien named Son Goku, who was sent down to Earth as a baby. In the Dragon Ball anime, they are 3 supreme beings called the Super Saiyan Gods from Universe 7.
You know what I love, by the way, is the fact that I actually was wrong all this time. I was always being an asshole and saying it's Cyan. Because I don't actually watch Dragon Ball. And they do, apparently they do say Saiyan, or Saiyan, or whatever. And it's like, that's not, they didn't spell it right. They fucking did not spell it right. They spelled it in a way that is not the way that it would be pronounced in Japanese. In Japanese, the way that it is spelled for us in the West, it would be pronounced Saiyan. You know, but I guess that's not how it's actually said. They, like, fucked up the translation or something, and that's fucking my fault for saying it the right way. Like, go fuck yourself, Dragon Ball Z. That's why I won't watch you.
The baby Goku down to Earth to destroy it.
Isn't that kind of like the story of God sending Jesus down to Earth?
Yeah, pretty similar, but the twist is instead of being sent to Earth to save it.
Suspicious. This whole video reminds me of those, like, Kimba videos. Like, just taking, like, various scenes with no real context or whatever and just being like, suspicious. Simba? Kimba?
He's sent to destroy it.
We send no fighters to planets with strong inhabitants, but to planets with weaklings like Earth. One of our babies is sufficient for God.
Your mission. Goku is an angry child who has an accident while growing up, causing him to change his motives from being the destroyer of Earth into the savior of Earth. There's an episode titled The Father of Goku, and a prophecy was given to Goku's father, Bardock, that he will have a son, and he will be a savior of the Earth.
Take heart, Bardock. A savior has been born. One who has the power to save the innocent from people like Frieza. And you.
So what does this have to fucking do with, like... I mean, what point? They're just, like, explaining Dragon Ball at this point. And I guess we're supposed... If we know about God stuff, I guess we're supposed to be like, oh, that reminds me of this thing. I guess. But it's like, that's irrelevant. This is not... They were... Akira Toriyama was not fucking designing this for, like... to fit with the Catholic religion. I really want these people... I think I might have said it before when I watched this, but I would love these people to play a fucking, like, SMT game. Or even just Persona. Where they have, like, demons and stuff as summonable characters. And they have... In the story, they'll have depictions of, like, Lucifer and fucking... You know, various gods and whatnot. And I would love to see the fucking reaction to that from people like this. That would be incredible. But instead of anything funny like that, they're just whining about the fucking plot of Dragon Ball. When do they move on to a different anime? From what I remember, like, most of the rest of this video is Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's like all Dragon Ball. So their video sucks so hard. They start out and they talk about, like, various assorted things about anime and, like, what anime is. They even have, oh, what the fuck, look at this.
In the first Kill Bill movie.
I vaguely remember this. Maybe this is why it has a Kimba Simba vibe.
Also a direct ripoff of the
direct ripoff.
Entitled
You say direct ripoff. Suspicious.
Simba the White Lion, despite its claim of originality.
Claim of originality. Yeah, eat some shit. How about we just take some shits all over your face? Yeah, so it starts out with, like, various stuff about anime, and, like, then it mocks a bunch of people who like anime and makes fun of children for being involved in anime, and, like, ew, scary, their parents showed them something and bonded over Dragon Ball, and now they're, like, you know, they have a healthy relationship with their parents where they got told their parents got them into anime. How dare they? Like, that kind of thing. And then, like, fucking half of the video or more, they spend a little while on Sailor Moon and, like, a few other things, and then half the fucking video is Dragon Ball. And, like, that seems like very loose. Like, you could probably have talked about Ava. You probably talked about fucking Evangelion for longer than Dragon Ball. If you really want to get into it. Why is half of the fucking video Dragon Ball? Did they just get lazy? Dragon Ball is probably not as satanic as certain anime that are actually about demons and shit. What the fuck is this? What is it, just because it's popular? You could talk about fucking One Piece is more satanic than this shit. Luffy ate the fucking devil fruit or whatever. Like, fucking hell, there's more satanic shit in, like, a lot of anime than there is in fucking Dragon Ball, even. I mean, what is this fucking argument? You're making such a shit video. I could make a better fucking anime evil video in my sleep. Alright, fuck that. We gotta watch the Beatles and their war on Christianity. I wonder if they'll still have the, like, anime avatars for this video. Probably not, but, like, maybe they'll have fake Beatle avatars or something. I don't know. Oh, by the way, fair use notice. They have a fair use notice, which means this stream is also fair use. Under the same circumstances. There you go. We're opening the vault! The vault's open! It's the Christian Video Vault, everybody! Yeah, they did talk about Heaven's lost property. There was like one, I think they mentioned, Evangelion, I think, from what I remember. But again, there's a lot, they glossed over shit like that. And even something like Heaven's lost property is kind of just like, look, heaven is in the name and there's angels. Like, okay. Yeah, what about the fucking movie Dogma? I guess that's also evil. Like, what's your who cares? But, you know, yeah, they like gloss over that. For some reason, they just spend so long on... If this video, it's gonna start off and tell us a little bit of the history of the Beatles, and then it's gonna make fun of Beatle... You know what? They, dollars to fucking donuts, bet they are going to make fun of, like, Beatlemania and, like, girls being riled up by the Beatles. They're going to be like, oh, that's evil, that's Satan, that's riled up by the devil, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do the predictions thing, but make your own fucking predictions in your goddamn head. They are definitely... If the same way they made fun of the anime people at the Anime Con, they're going to make fun of Beatles fans. And then, like, half of the video is going to be spent directly discussing one single Beatles album for some reason.
John Lennon.
That's my prediction.
He was one of the Beatles.
For me, John Lennon is alive. Brilliant in his own right. How did he die?
I don't know.
He shot himself with a shotgun.
Heart attack.
Airplane accident. Was it for cancer?
A lot of people are fucking stupid. Okay.
Stabbed by a friend.
Was it drugs and drink?
And people rape me because...
Oh, okay, alright. Okay, yeah, the soundboard is still broken. I don't know what the fuck happened to the soundboard, dude, but just imagine the fucking FF7 battle music just shows up all of a sudden. This had a fucking left turn like the what's her name? C page 620, Kara.
That guy who was with is actually a sexual predator, guys. Jeez Louise. My mother was a single mother. How strong you become because of right, I'm strong.
You'd murder for $10 million?
What exactly does that have to do with the Beatles? What's going on?
I don't know the guy. So you'd murder an innocent man?
Yeah, why not?
But what does that have to do with the fucking Beatles? What? I bet they also asked her, like, are you a Beatles fan? And she was like, yeah. And then they were like, would you kill someone? That's like, that was like literally that was like the scene from Family Guy, the Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you kill a man? Absolutely, yeah. Why not? Guitars, guys. Piano. Music. Remember music? You guys know music. It's like trying to explain music to people that probably listen to, like, Christian rock exclusively. Oh, God. Bless. You know, ironically, probably the best religious, like, Christian rock that I've ever heard is probably from fucking George Harrison. I don't know, I guess he wasn't, like, Christian. He was more, he was, like, Hindu or whatever, Buddhist. He was, like, some other thing, but it was, like, my sweet Lord, that's the song. Like, that's a nicer song than any, like, Christian rock band I've ever heard. And it's about God, and it's about loving God, or whatever. Like, it's funny that the guitar player from the fucking Beatles was, like, you know, I could say that.
Who was John Lennon?
There's also Sufjan Stevens is, like, religious. He's, like, Christian or whatever, and he makes... I think he's made, like, Christian rock. He's made some... I mean, he mostly makes other stuff because, like, you know, he makes, you know, regular music that doesn't necessarily have to be, like, God music. But I think he's maybe done some, like, godly stuff. He's done those Christmas albums, which are, like, really fucking long if you listen to all of them, and they're pretty godly. A lot of Jesuses in mangers in that. So yeah, Sufjan Stevens and, like, George Harrison. Those are the two Christian rock people, vaguely. And I guess Neil Morse from Spock's Beard, because he, like... But I don't want to listen to his Christian rock. I want to listen to him with Spock's beard. I want to listen to, like, you know, the light or whatever, or like snow. I don't want to listen to question mark or some shit.
He was one of the Beatles. He sings one of my favorite songs, Here Comes the Sun. He was a member of the Beatles.
For me, John...
They're just like asking people about the Beatles and they're all stupid and don't know anything about the
Beatles. Lennon is live.
He sang, John Lennon sang Here Comes the Sun. Yeah, absolutely, dude. John Lennon and Billy Preston, it was a duet. They sang it together.
John Lennon's from the Beatles.
My favorite musician. Singer in the...
Who are these people? Are these just randos on the fucking sidewalk? This looks like LA or something, maybe?
Beatles? Who was John Lennon?
The singer of the Beatles?
He was a member of the Beatles.
The man that has a late night show? Brilliant in his own right.
Is that cars? You want to talk about cars?
There's nobody that can write a song like John Lennon.
John Lennon was doing like Man on the Street, but it's I guess you're just again we have to watch this with the perspective of like a pearl clutching, like that lady from The Simpsons who's like the pastor's wife and always goes, "Think of the children," or whatever. Helen Lovejoy. We all need to be Helen Lovejoys in chat and just be like watching this and be like, see, because these are all just random people on the street and they're all evil. There's something about them, I guess, all that's evil. We're supposed to see them all and be like, that's evil. I guess? I'm trying to figure out what the fucking point of this is. Like, actually. I guess, I mean, we're like a minute in.
As the president, the 14th president of America.
Come on.
He's a guy who formed the Beatles.
John Lennon was born on October the 9th, 1940 in Liverpool, England. Early in John's...
Is this like even a guy who was in the other video? Or is this maybe documentary footage? I'm trying to identify the narrator because it doesn't sound like one of the anime gangsta squad from the last video. I don't even know the format of this channel. They might have different people in each video.
Youth, his mother had an extramarital affair and became pregnant. His aunt complained to the social services and consequently, John was raised by his aunt who sent him to a local Anglican Sunday school.
Do we really have to go after John Lennon? Like... Is this gonna be all about his, like, the Beatles are bigger than Jesus, that whole thing? Because, like, even back in the day, I remember he, like, explained it, and I was like, oh, well, that actually makes perfect sense why he said that. He wasn't, like, he explained it, and he was like, we aren't saying we're better than Jesus. We're just at this point in time, the Beatlemania is, in fact, bigger than fucking, like, Christianity at that point in time, yes.
We sang in the choir. In 1956, John formed a rock group which evolved into the Beatles and gained
we got a hype train. Thank you, everybody.
Fame.
Hang on. Before we bash the Beatles, let me see here. We got motherfucker. We got 100 bits from Amazon Parrot 975. I once went to my local Wawa and I saw a car that had a huge Beatles decal on the hood. Decal? I don't know. I only ever saw that car twice and never again. I hope I see that car again someday because it was interesting. Well, you know, maybe they got replaced with a different car, you know, like false Paul theory or whatever. I ain't 21, 100 bits. Pianos are devil's work. Strings can't make sounds. Well, not unless you're fighting the devil. I wonder if that song's satanic. I mean, I think the devil loses. You know, so like you'd think that it wouldn't be satanic. It's not supporting Satan, but then for some reason everybody hates Doom and thinks Doom is satanic, even though you're explicitly killing demons and the fucking forces of hell. I guess the new one they have you killing like angels or whatever too, but like you're killing hell people. I don't know. I think this 100 bits from Amazon Parrot. I think this channel is an archive channel of various wacko Christian videos, possibly run by a Christian wacko itself. So it's possible that it's possible that that other video was just unrelated. Like just a completely other channel makes that video. I don't know. Maybe we should look at it and see if that specific channel has more stuff. Let me see. Just Larm 100 bits. Bottling Satan! Like the Fallen Angel game dude. That's right. I vaguely remember that. That's like somewhere in the back of my mind. 200 bits, Just Larm. The 7 Deadly Sins. Penis Envy. Penis Sloth. Penis Wrath, etc. Yeah, all of those. I'm a big fan of that last one. Sleep is Awesome with 5 gift subs. Thank you very much. Thank you for Thank you for spreading the love. I hope you're having a good time. 100 bits from Amazon Parrot. If you want a weird TikToker to look at, check out Terminator's Egg. This is the same message I set with one bit last time. I can't say the TikToker's name in the super chats. Oh, because Terminate maybe? I don't know. Terminator's Egg. All right, well, I'll look into that. There you go. Terminator's Egg. Yeah, okay. I can look for that. I can look into that. Scrunkly Rabbit with the Prime. I think I already shouted you out, but but thank you once again. And that's good. We're all caught up. Thank you everybody for stopping by the channel. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We're gonna get back into why the Beatles is evil. Enjoy.
The fourth 1960s.
Maybe we'll be convinced. Maybe if this is a different video from different creators, maybe this will convince us more than the other creators were able to convince us that anime was evil. Maybe we'll actually be convinced, like, oh, they got a good point. So Christian, because they're not even saying the Beatles are evil, just that they have a war on Christianity. It's implying evil. But, they might persuade us. They might persuade us.
John conducted a casual interview with a British newspaper in which he said, "We're more popular than Jesus."
Here we go.
The story is picked up 2 weeks later by Newsweek without controversy. But later that year, the American teen magazine Datebook printed the quote once again, and this time it created a firestorm. Suddenly, radio stations in America's Bible Belt were banning Beatles music, and the national news media was showing clips of teenagers.
So yeah, this is what happened. Let's get to
England
the opinions.
were a little dull, with dry hymns and monotone priests and ministers who preached lifeless sermons to a group of sad, elderly people. They often sat in a cold stone building that was appropriately surrounded by a graveyard. And there you have Christianity from the perspective of a young and vibrant John Lennon. It was dying, if not dead, and Jesus Christ was simply an interesting but historical figure that had little relevance to contemporary
None of these people ever stopped and wonder, like, maybe a bunch of people in this dude's life were, like, Christian, and they, like, were, like, horrible to him. Because I know John Lennon had a pretty fucked up, like, upbringing, Like, I think he had some pretty troubled times. And, it's like, maybe he had, I don't know, reasons. I mean, but I guess their argument would be, he was wrong, he should have, whatever. The people that were Christian that were being shitty to him. Because everybody in that era in England was probably, like, fucking Christian or whatever. But it's like, the people that were shitty to him were probably just right, and he should have just listened to them and been a good boy or something. I guess that's probably the point. But it's like, I don't know. You're surrounded by people that are like close-minded, weirdos, and you're like an artistic dude. It's like, yeah, that's kind of just naturally. Of course he wound up like, having issues like that.
Youth who were going wild over the Beatles. It seemed that the average British teenager was about as interested in British Christianity as a toddler was in studying Shakespeare, written in Pig Latin.
The Beatles, of course, have proven to be one of Britain's prime exports. They have brought in more foreign exchange than many industries. After all, they are an industry unto themselves, and the Queen saw fit to reward their economic contribution to the nation. The award entitles the Beatles.
Everybody's screaming people, they love the Beatles, they're worshipping the Beatles like false idols.
To put the letters MBE after their name.
We get to like the real... Here we go. I think we're getting to like the real stuff here.
All religion at that time. I wasn't knocking it or putting it down. I was just saying it was a fact.
It's a fact.
And it is true, especially more for comparing us.
Tour, but they knew they couldn't. It was in his book, The Gospel According to the Beatles. Steve Turner said, "It was really quite frightening, and they wanted to cancel the tour, but they knew they couldn't. They were under obligation to the tour promoters." And when he made his apology in Chicago, the band's press officer told me that John was actually in tears before he went in to make the apology. However, others think that John knew full well what he was saying because of the context of his quote. He said, quote, "Christianity will go. It will vanish and shrink. I needn't argue with that. I'm right and I'll be proved right."
Well, I mean, yeah, he might be proved right. I don't know, because, I mean... I'm sorry, when you are clutching on to like these, you know, ideals that are like, nobody's saying you can't be religious or whatever, but it's like, if more people that are Christian and like religious are not more willing to like, you know, fucking ease up on some of this nonsense. Because it's like, nobody's ever actually living according to the fucking Bible. Right? Because this is the classic thing, is anybody who's like, oh, well, this is like, you know, against God. It's like, okay, if you're like eating meat on certain days of the fucking week, you're like against God. Isn't it like if you're wearing fucking cotton or some shit, you're like in hell, right? Like, isn't that a fucking rule? Some stupid fucking thing like that, or like it's like artificial fabrics or something. There's a bunch of stupid fucking rules. Dyed fabrics, maybe, I forget. But, like, nobody fucking follows all of these fucking rules. Alright? And so it's like, if more people are willing to look at some of this shit about, like, magic in media, is that Satan? And maybe just, like, you know, fucking let go of some of that nonsense. Maybe people wouldn't be, you know, abandoning this whole thing by the droves. Maybe it wouldn't look like you're the fucking loser at the party who's like, hey guys, that's not cool, we shouldn't try that. You're looking like a fucking, like, pencil-pushing idiot. Like a fucking stick in the mud. Like, you know, maybe if you could and I'm saying, like, make your fucking religion cool again, and don't, you know, it doesn't mean, like, cool yo Christian pasture or whatever. It means, like, pasture, you know, put them out to pasture. Christian pastor or whatever, youth counselor who wants to rap with the kids about Jesus, that kind of shit. Like, no, that's not the answer. The answer is everybody generally has to stop fucking whining about, like, you know, oh, there's a demon in this thing. Oh my, like, fuck off. Learn to fucking deal with people, like, you know, depicting things in media. That doesn't mean it's evil, you know? And I'm sure a lot of Christian, Catholic, whatever people would probably, like, agree with that. There's a lot of people who are probably very, you know, they're probably very, like chill and accepting about that sort of thing. But predominantly, you just keep hearing about these people that are like, well, I don't know. So there's a demon. That's evil. It's evil, you know. And it's like, people are gonna fucking leave. People are just gonna fucking leave. Of course John Lennon said, yeah, Christianity is dying, I'll be proved right. Because people are to this day still upset about him saying that. There you go. He was proved right.
We're more popular than Jesus now. I don't know which will go first, rock and roll or Christianity. End of quote. And so people have come to different conclusions.
Well, to be fair, rock and roll is pretty dead at this point in time.
On the issue. Just months before he died, John Lennon told Playboy magazine, everyone talks in terms of the last record or the last Beatle concert. But God willing, there are another 40 years of productivity to go. I don't want to die at 40. Tragically, John Lennon died at the age of 40. How did he die?
I don't know.
If my soundboard was working, I would play the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. I want you to know that.
I know how he died.
Was stabbed?
Stabbed?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Don't know.
Let's go with drug overdose.
What's your fucking point? Why are you asking people on the street? Like, you'd think that would be trying to push some kind of point, right? Like, oh, the people believe something Satan. It's like, no, you're just proving people don't know much about the Beatles, which is kind of like, so I guess they were not that effective in their war on Christianity. You're kind of like proving against your point. People don't know anything about the fucking Beatles at this point in time, you know?
No! Plane crash.
Stabbed by a friend.
Was it for cancer? An airplane? I don't know. Was it a safari?
How he died?
Everybody is just wrong.
Plane crash?
Airplane accident. He shot himself with a shotgun.
Commit suicide?
Stabbed?
Was it drugs and drugs?
He died.
Right, it was none of these things.
Probably just as well. It had John autograph his record album.
Crazed gunman charged.
The killer pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to life in prison. Years later, he admitted having considered murdering Johnny Carson, the famous American talk show host, and actress Elizabeth Taylor, among others. John Lennon happened to be the most...
So it wasn't even like... what's the point? What's the point of all this information? So John Lennon died. He was shot. Right, yeah. And something Christianity? What was he shot because he was, like, anti-God? This is karma? Because I think that's a different thing, actually. But is that the point? Like, haha, you said Christianity's stinky, so now you died. Is that the point?
Convenient. He said that he murdered him so that he could become famous.
Oh, wherever John is, I hope to go.
Oh, yeah?
That's heaven, and that's what I will do.
So where's John Lennon now?
Hopefully in heaven.
He's above us? Where do you think John Lennon is now? You think he's in heaven?
I think he's definitely in heaven.
There is no heaven!
I said
Oh my god, who is this lady? Is this Big Red from back in the day? Did she... Man, the years hit her hard.
There is no heaven!
Okay, how do you know?
Do you think he's in heaven?
Of course.
I think I'll meet John Lennon up there.
Do you think heaven exists?
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yes, I do.
What about you?
Absolutely. I do.
I think heaven exists.
I'm not sure if it's...
Yeah, bro, I think heaven exists, and it's this guy's house. Look at fucking Michael Jackson over here with the fucking... This is like... Michael Jackson is part of the Thriller fucking zombies. Like, his teeth are, like, falling out. Oh, God.
It's heaven or hell, but there's something else.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I'm not sure. It's up there.
You believe God exists?
No, I do not believe
Are you
in
an
God.
atheist?
No, I am Buddhist.
So they held... Okay, so they held, like, a fucking rally or something and shouted about God or something. They're one of those people. You know, I often see those people. You know, like the abortion picketers or whatever. And I just have to roll my eyes because, I mean, a lot of them, there's, like, kids there. And it's like, you don't even know what this is about. You don't even know why you're here. So many, like, if I had to pull, like, probably half the people in a crowd like that would just be, like, people who were dragged there by their fucking parents. Or, like, they were at one point dragged there by their parents and they got told a bunch of stuff and they didn't ever question it or anything. Or do their own research or whatever. And now they're just there. Like, that kind of thing. And so, okay, so they're shouting about God in the street and some lady, Big Red Karen, showed up and now she's a Buddhist and she's shouting back. And this is great. I'm sure this will solve all our problems. Just to, you know, just shout about God for a while. That'll be great. It'll work out just as well as the fucking Seinfeld episode where they were arguing over the parking space. Just do it for a bit. I'm sure one of you will eventually just agree that you're wrong. That's gonna happen, right?
I believe that I have all of the powers, that anybody who calls God, God, I have all of that within me. I was born with it. It's called the universe.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, I've got a scenario for you. Find your apartment is next door to a bank. You find a secret trapdoor leading into their vault where there's...
The fuckness? What?
Billions of dollars.
What does this have to do with the Beatles? What does this have to do with the Beatles? This is completely just unrelated shit that they're just stapling in here. Holy fuck, this video sucks.
So much money, they haven't got a clue how much is there.
Look at fucking tunnel plugs boy over here, motherfucker.
You can take $2 million and you will not get caught for sure. Would you take the money?
Yes.
What about you?
I'd think about it first.
Okay, think about it. $2 million.
Yes, I would.
Yes.
Would you take the money?
Honestly?
Of course.
I'd take it and give it to charity.
Yes.
I probably will be tempted, but I won't do it.
If it was from the Federal Reserve, I may take the money.
Would you take the money?
Yes, I would.
No, chat member, I don't know. I don't think these people are supposed to... None of them... There's not been a scene so far where he's walked up with the microphone and went like, "Hi, are you a Beatles fan?" And then they went, "Yes, I love the Beatles." In fact, they've been proven to not seemingly know very much about the Beatles, although a lot of the people we're looking at now appear to be different people than the people that were asked the previous question. This, like, bank robbery thing is like they found other people. And at no point have I seen anybody just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge Beatles fan, I love it." Maybe that one guy who looked like Weird Al with the fucking hair. I think he was kind of pro-Beatles. But, like, other than that, I mean... No, they haven't even, like, made a point that these are Beatles people. They're not even, like, that's so easy, isn't it? To just, like, go up to these people and be like, "Hey, do you like the Beatles?" Yeah. Because, like, most people are going to say, yeah. They're not going to say, "No, I specifically hate the Beatles." Like, even if you don't know the Beatles, it's like, yeah, whatever. You know, she loves you. Yeah, whatever. They're good. Sure, I like them. You know? Like, you can just have them say that. And then cut out the part where they say, "I don't really know that much about the Beatles," obviously. And just cut that out. And then have them say, like, "Yes, I would kill a man for $10 million. And boom, there you go. We made it look like they hate fucking God, whatever. They love Satan. Fucking hail Satan, whatever. Like, I'm writing the video for them. This is so much easier. It's the same with the last video. What is this fucking, like, you can make this point, but why are you spending half the video on Dragon Ball Z? Why are these people spending half this fucking video just asking random questions to people on the fucking street that don't appear to have any fucking bearing on the Beatles or anything whatsoever? And if they do have a bearing on the Beatles, it's just proving that they don't fucking know shit about the Beatles. What the fuck is this?
Would you take the money?
I'd kill a man for $350, I agree.
No. I'm on camera. I'm supposed to say no.
Would you take the money?
Yes. We would all three do it together. At the same time.
Yeah, I think we're all taking the money. We're $6 million richer now.
If I would never get caught, yes, I would do it.
Well, I think this question is like, if there's just a hole to the bank or whatever, right? That was the question, was like, if you got like a trap door and it opened up in a bank vault and you could just take some money, would you? It's like, yeah, of course you fucking would. Why wouldn't you? What kind of I have to censor myself. What kind of moral friend idiot would fucking, of course you take the $10 million. It's just insured fucking bank money. If you're not gonna get caught, yeah, whatever. It's not like anybody is actually hurt by that, other than the fucking evil, giant, multinational fucking bank. Maybe if it's like a small mom and pop bank, like fucking local first bank of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan or some shit, like maybe. Is it in Alberta? I think it's in Saskatchewan. But like, yeah, if it's like a small place, maybe. But if it's like a fucking national bank, like, why the fuck wouldn't you take the money? The would you kill a man for $10 million question, that's a little bit more of a fucking moral question. Because that's like, you know, objectively kind of a wrong thing to do. But nobody is even hurt by taking bank money. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
It's a leading question, yeah.
Probably would. Take off to Mexico.
Would you take it? Not for myself.
Well, like a mom and pop bank, like a local fucking city bank or whatever, like a fucking credit union. Like, yeah, maybe don't take money from like a fucking local small town place or whatever. But like, I'm not saying you should steal. Obviously, don't rob a bank. I'm saying like in this hypothetical situation where you have a trap door to a fucking bank vault, and you can get like $10 million and nobody knows it's you, which seems very unlikely considering there's a trap door directly to your place or whatever. But like, whatever. If you could get away with $10 million from a fucking like giant like Bank of America, fuck yeah, why wouldn't you? Fuck anybody who claims they fucking wouldn't. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Spend half of it.
Don't rob a bank. Do not.
Friends and family. Disappear a couple of months to come back.
Would you take the money?
Yeah.
Would you take it?
What does this have to do with the Beatles? Like, how far do we have to fucking scroll through this before we get to the Beatles? Are they talking about the Beatles yet?
Nah, man. Can't do that.
So where do you get your morals from?
My morals from my mother and my father.
Billy Mitchell over here is gonna tell us about his morals.
I can't kill nobody.
Why not? $10 million.
Because life is worth more than $10 million.
Okay.
So like they're asking an actual moral question. Maybe they're trying to warm them up with the other thing. Maybe by the end of this video it gets into do you like the Beatles and they all say yes or something. But like, all right, so some people wouldn't kill, some people would.
I'm gonna kill nobody, but I'll be Robin Hood.
So you don't mind stealing, but you wouldn't murder?
Yes. Notice in these cases what it was that separated those who would commit murder from those who wouldn't. It was a God-given belief in moral accountability. When a nation loses that restraint...
Was that what this is about? Because somebody shot John Lennon because of God? What? I'm sorry, I have to be... Let me put on my Mobility Mary voice for a moment. Excuse me, sir! I think a lot of people have died as a result of fucking Christianity, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, I think that may have motivated at least one of the people we're looking at right now. Sir! Sir!
That guiding conviction...
You're using clips from the 97 movie!
It will become lawless and ultimately spin out of control. And there's nothing that gets rid of moral accountability like atheistic evolution, the belief that there's no God and that we're the descendants of primates.
You're a descendant of an ape.
Yeah.
That's what you believe.
Yep.
There's no proof for evolution. It's a belief.
There it is. What are you gonna say
okay,
about
Liz,
fossils?
tell me the proof for evolution. What was in the beginning, Christian?
Started as a supernova explode.
But okay, so the country is without morals. They're making the fucking like giant leap that morals equals God or whatever, which like no, categorically it doesn't. I'm sorry. You can be a religious person and have a good, moral whatever, but like just being scared that you won't get into heaven is not morals. That's not what morals is. That's I don't want to be in the bad fireplace. That's not morals. You're not a moral person. Just by default, by being a Christian, you're not a moral person. That doesn't, you can be a moral person who is Christian, but like that doesn't, fucking causation, correlation, whatever. So they're making that whole leap, but like, what does this have to do with the Beatles at this point? Though, cause like, it hasn't even been about the Beatles for like 5 minutes or more. They've just been fucking talking to people in the street. What the fuck is this?
Where did it come from?
Trash!
Space.
No, where did the supernova come from?
They don't really know yet.
Who doesn't know yet?
And nobody.
So you don't know what was in the beginning, so you're in darkness about that.
I mean, in the beginning, it was just darkness.
Where did that come from?
Well, I love the fucking claim that, like, atheists have no morals because, like, they don't believe in God. It's like, no, if you have morals or if you don't, it's like, first of all, being, like, having morals, like, is fucking questionable. That's up to fucking debate for anybody. Or it's like, you could just convince yourself that whatever you're doing is moral in the name of God or whatever. Like, of course, that's a thing. But, like, if you're not religious, you don't immediately just you're a godless heathen. That means you have no morals. Well, no, if you're fucking moral and religious, that has nothing to do with each other, but obviously they have to make it into a thing. I don't know. I don't want to, like, turn it into a fucking debate, because obviously everybody can believe what they want. I know people who, I think I know a few people who are, like, Christian. I don't know. I've not, like, I don't know. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth or anything, but I think Kit Boga is, like, I think he believes in God or whatever, and it's like, fine, whatever, believe in your thing. That's cool. Whatever makes you happy, And I hope that brings you joy, but it's like it becomes when you start yelling about things in the streets where it's like, all right, well, now we're having a conversation. And like this video is a conversation, and it's like, I think that a lot of what's being said here is fucking nonsense. And I think a lot of Christian people would probably believe that. But I have to say, like, how many other religions, do the thing where it's like morals equals God? Because I feel like that's kind of mostly like a Christian thing. I don't see a lot of Shintoism. This is like, oh yeah, you have to, maybe, I don't know, some backwards beliefs and in that, but like, I don't know. I guess probably like, I don't know. I'm sure that's wrong. Don't take my word for anything, but like, it seems like you commonly see this from these sort of zealots. And like somebody in chat earlier was like, I think, there's a lot of Christian people who are, mostly chill about stuff. It's just these people are like the vocal minority, I guess. But like, man, these people need to fucking be taught the lesson that like whining about shit is not going to make anybody like agree with you. You're going to make all the people that already agree with you like clutch their pearls and like subscribe to your channel. Sure, great, but you're not converting anybody. You're really just driving people away with shit like this. But even this video is like not even really making a fucking good lesson about God or anything. This is just some rambling shit. We're like nearly halfway through. It's not connected Jesus and the Beatles and fucking like morals or whatever. It's kind of vaguely connected in the sense that John Lennon was shot by a guy. And so I guess that guy probably was like a godless heathen who had no morals, I guess, is the point they're making. That's the best I can fucking do, but they haven't connected any of this, like, would you rob a bank or whatever, to the fucking, like, she loves you, yeah.
It's
darkness.
It's darkness.
Where did the darkness come from?
Nowhere. Maybe like a different universe or parallel dimension.
Let's go with your belief, okay?
Okay, yeah.
There was a big explosion, a big bang.
This guy's like not even sure about his belief. Why are you yelling at him about like, okay, let's go with your... It's not even... He doesn't even hold those convictions firmly. He's like very unsure. You ask him, where did the darkness come from? It's a leading question. Again. And he's just like, well, I don't know, maybe some kind of other universe or... Like, he doesn't know anything. Why are you even using this guy as a... Why are you bullying Chris Griffin right now? Like, what's the fucking... What is your point? Like, oh, yeah, this guy doesn't know much about God or whatever. You can just, like, push him around into maybe... You know, he's kind of wishy-washy either way. Maybe he'll believe your shit.
Right.
And rock came off the Big Bang, and what did that become?
It wasn't rock, it was like...
I don't know. I don't know why they are recording a Christian guy shouting at some random kid. Because they just decided to... Is this legal? To just, like, take up, like, a city block or whatever and just, like, yell at people about God? Because, like, I don't think I could play a fucking bass guitar in the subway station, but you could just do this? Alright, sure.
Minerals and things like that. Fusion.
Minerals, where did they come from?
They came from a supernova exploding.
And they're very complex minerals, aren't they?
Yeah.
So who designed them?
Yeah, there's a good point in chat. Oh, we got a monkey. We got a. They're making a whole point here. Evolution. That's gonna segue nicely into the next thing I want to look at. To claim you know that God made the universe is to claim that you have knowledge you don't have. Therefore, this man is sinning. Yeah. I mean, the ultimate thing is like, you don't fucking know anything, you tiny, stupid little ant of a person. Shut up. That's the thing. You know, do not presume that you fucking have the answer to any of this with your tiny little ant brain humans, puny humans. Like, that's the real shit. That's the black pill, is like, I mean, we're probably all wrong to some extent. And like, whatever's going on out there is probably a bigger force than we can fucking deal with. So, like, why don't you just shut up and just enjoy your fucking life? I don't know.
You don't know. Nobody designed them. It just kind of...
Just happened.
Science,
Let's
you know.
go blind.
John Lennon and evolution, so we're finally gonna get back to the fucking video? Okay, well, thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait for the video to get back to what the video's about. That's so cool.
You've sinned against God. You're in big trouble, and I don't want you to go to hell.
John Lennon didn't believe in the theory.
God, that is so scummy. Just like, no, you're in big trouble. If you don't follow my words, you're gonna go to hell. I care about you. I don't want you to go to hell. So you gotta fucking buy my book or whatever. Like, eat some shit.
Theory of evolution.
Shit.
He said it was garbage. Listen to his words. I don't believe in the evolution of fish to monkeys to men. It's absolutely irrational garbage. They set up these idols and...
Yeah, can we, like, acknowledge, by the way, like fuck heaven? You know? Like, okay, hell probably sucks, whatever, they torture you, whatever. I'm rooting for Smiling Friends hell. But, like, hell probably sucks, you know? But, like, who fucking wants to go to heaven, really? Because, like, if you have to be, like, a good moral good boy all your life, and then you just still have to be that way in heaven, then fuck that! You know? Like, what is that? What is heaven? I want to see... There's probably a story that exists that's exactly like this. I want to see the story where it's a guy dies, and he goes to heaven, and it's, like, a horrible, fucked up, like, dystopia where everybody has to be happy all the time, and everybody has to fucking, like... praise God or whatever, and it's just it's like church that never ends. It's like just never-ending church. You can't have any fun. You can't ever do anything because you're in heaven and you got to praise God, right? Because like that's what it probably is, according to these people. Probably. I'm assuming you can't go to heaven and just like fucking gamble all day and fucking whore around and do cocaine or like whatever. Personally, my heaven would just be, I would have one of those, like, chocolate milk fountain things? I'd have that, but it's the, Canadians might know what I'm talking about, the Nielsen, is it Nielsen? The caramilk drinks, the caramilk milkshakes. You know, the ones you buy, you shake them up, and they're like the caramel chocolate milk things. Really good shit. I want that on infinite on tap, and then also an endless box of Smarties, the Canadian Smarties. You know, the good ones that are like M&Ms, but better than M&Ms. Like, I want that. I just want, that was my heaven when I was 6, and it's still my heaven. Go fuck yourself. And video games. And I guess the whoring around in cocaine, maybe. Like, if there's no, you know, if there's no consequences. But it's like, none of that stuff sounds particularly godly or Jesus-y, so why would I assume that that would be in heaven? If anything, that's probably in hell. So, like, I don't know. You know, what are we even fighting for? What am I fighting for?
And they knock them down. It keeps all the old professors happy at the university. It gives them something to do. Everything
What's the point of heaven if I can't look at anime titties?
Exactly. By the same type of experts who made them up in the first place. Do you think you're a good singer?
I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
How would you rate yourself as a singer between 1 and 10?
Singer? What are you even fucking doing? What are you even doing? You brought up the Beatles for a minute. It's garbage. They set up... I hate this video. I'm done with this fucking video, dude. I'm so done. This video sucks. Fuck this video. You know what? You know what? This video can eat some fucking shit. Take shits all over this video's face. Fuck this video. So how about this video from a cult? Somebody recommended this one yesterday. You know, speaking of gaining your morals from God and everything. Here's this cult that, like, abused children. I believe this is the same cult that Joaquin Phoenix's family was from. And they, like, fucking, like, tortured his fucking brother into suicide or something. I don't know the whole story, but I know that they are known to be the what is it, the family of God or whatever. They are known to be not a great organization. They are also known for producing one of the most kickin' fucking music videos about Jesus and how barcodes are evil and the supermarket. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go, Kathy, don't go. Like, they produced that. SOS, D-D-D-D, da-da-da, D-D-D-D. They made that. And this is apparently the sequel to that. I was told to skip the second song. It's the most boring one. But yes, this is another, like, cult music video extravaganza. Now, most of us, you know, a lot of us might have first seen that video because of Best of the Worst. But I've never even heard that there was a sequel. So to find out that there is a sequel, it's 48 minutes and 54 seconds, 20 minutes to go. And I'm very excited about this. I hope this doesn't disappoint, because SOS was a fucking classic. I hope this doesn't disappoint. Now, let me take a look at chat, actually, real quick. It's those guys! Yeah, it's these ones! Yeah! The song's a banger. Look at Nexium. I don't know, maybe. You know what? Maybe, because I had a huge crush on Allison Mack back in the day. And she was like the fucking... I used to watch Smallville predominantly because a large part of the fact that I love Superman now is due to wanting to fuck Allison Mack back in the day. That was like a years-long crush. Debilitating, truly. So, like, yeah, the fact that she was, like, the second in command, the #1 woman behind the Nexium cult. Yeah, maybe. There was also, I think Kristen Crook was also kind of involved in that. The other main lady from Smallville. I think she was also involved. So maybe, you know, I have some interest in the subject matter, but for now we'll focus on this call here. Sexual stuff in this video, folks. Explicit scenes. That can only mean one thing: vaginas. Look at that. It's a space vagina. Oh, that looks like a Godzilla logo. I love it. We're off to a good start. Oh, funky. Who let Hideki Naganuma into the soundtrack? Sour, please. It's a shame you guys abuse children, allegedly. I don't get in trouble or anything. In my opinion, from what I've heard, you abuse children. Allegedly. But I'm bopping. This is a bop. Oh man, I like a cult with style. I agree. So they're grabbing the chips. I hope that Chips doesn't have a fucking. I hope that Chips doesn't have a fucking barcode. It better not have a barcode. That's the word, barcode. None of that food better have a barcode. Like, okay, so we're like 1 minute and 37 seconds in. Am I being trolled? Like, is this really about God? Like, cause we're just looking at a guy making his fucking breakfast or whatever. He's just drinking some fucking juice. What is this gonna have to do with, like, a cult? What the fuck is this? Did they cover the barcode? They might have. I didn't notice. No, there's one! There's a barcode right there! These people support Satan! Look at that. Mike Clearwater, but that's not Clearwater. He was drinking juice, dummy. Is this like a fucking workout video? What does this have to do with God? Sup, Jason Bateman? How can I tell if I'm really in love? Oh, we're working on Labor Day. It's Labor Day. We're working on the set. This is like Mario and Luigi Super Show, actually. Speaking of that video. Fuck? What the fuck? Okay, well, confirmed. It's religious, I guess. What does this have to do with... Wait, does one of them have a 666? What the fuck? What does this have to do with 666? Suddenly Satan! My favorite fucking... You know, that Gilmore Girls follow-up on Netflix wasn't great, but when they made the sequel to Suddenly Susan and they made her a divine hell beast, you know, that was pretty rad. I like it. Swing your arms!
This year saw the much
and then again!
Economic crash.
Okay, the economic crash, right.
The worldwide confusion and civil disorder that followed were unparalleled in history. Mass anarchy, looting, riots, and chaos. It looked like the end of the civilized world would be at hand.
What is happening? Oh, I think this is the sequel directly to the last video, where if you don't remember, the plot of the last one, the SOS tape, was like... There was a loose fucking plot that was happening, which was essentially the rapture happens at the end. And, like, the world is taken over by a Nazi organization of 666 barcode controlling people. And maybe the fact that this guy has a fridge filled with barcode food means he's, like, consuming. He's, like, a consumer. Are they making a point about consuming? I think this is a direct sequel. This is amazing.
But then appearing as if from nowhere, a majestic young mastermind strode onto the world stage. His plan for a one-world government and new economic order was so brilliant, yet so simple, that the peoples of the...
Yo, we got Protector of Jam in chat. Welcome. But listen, hit me up with some of that fucking Finger Family shit if you got... Because you guys, the fucking archive project... If I can get some of that shit, you know, so maybe something Mike hasn't seen, I'd be down for that. Welcome to the stream.
World hailed him.
You guys
as
do
their
great
savior.
work. Oh, my email. I got a business email in my my YouTube page. It's just DeadwingDork@gmail.com. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. Oh yeah, you can send it to Bane also. That also works. Because whenever I check that email, I also have to fucking get back to that guy, the piss drinker who, like, you know, copyright struck me for a 4-year-old video. So, like, he still hasn't retracted it, so I guess I'm going to have to get the fucking legal team involved, and that's the whole thing. So, yeah, maybe send it to Bane. I don't know, send it to Fuzo there.
As his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented, peace and order began to be
So now I remember there was a guy in the last video who was like the fucking evil chieftain of the supermarket, and he was like a white-haired guy and he had sunglasses and he was dressed in black. And I'm not seeing him here. There is this guy with sunglasses and like a hat and he's dressed in white, which I mean that's pretty evil too. You know, but like I'm not seeing that guy.
Established.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they
Now,
couldn't
in
fucking
tonight's
hire
program,
that guy.
our great world leader unveils stage 2 of his plan for the perfect world. The amazing new 666 biochip implant,
Hell yeah,
guaranteeing you
dude.
physical health and spiritual well-being.
You know, speaking of fucking Red Letter Media, you remember that movie they watched? Some of you might not have seen it. It wasn't one of their more popular videos, but it was like, I think it was called Wicked World, and it was like this VHS tape fucking movie made by these Canadians. And it had this plot about like, don't worry, you don't have to kill yourselves. There's still hope. They might put a chip in your brain that can control our behavior. That was the plot. It was like, there's still hope. They might introduce the behavior control brain chip. And it was just incredible to see something that was like a positive spin on brain control.
Of a computer key, plus the guarantee of lifelong support
no.
the new 666
tired.
world order.
Watch out for 666.
Oh, it's time! Music! Sour, please! Watch out, everybody!
In a vision of the future.
Okay, I'm sampling this. We're gonna do a fucking stream, maybe tomorrow, where I sample this. I want to make a song out of this already. There's gonna be other songs too. I hear the second one's bad, but I already love this, dude.
I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then
nice major shift. I like the chords.
let all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny free program.
God, I could do fucking wonders with this, dude. Throw this against like, I don't know. Throw some fucking beats and some effects over this shit. It's already pretty good as it is. I hate that these weird child predator cult people, allegedly, are pretty good with the music. I mean, Kathy Don't Go to the Supermarket Today has been in my head for like 9 years. I don't know, it's not been that long. But it's been a while. It's been a while.
Planted in men's foreheads, underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain.
It sounds like an Arion song. I'm disturbed by this.
The master computer that over them.
Like, it legitimately sounds like an Arion song if it like didn't have as much guitar. Cause like it even has like the lady vocals in the background. The master computer. Like that's Floor Jansen in the background. Just Marcella Bovio going hard.
Watch out for 666.
I need to make a metal like a progressive metal space rock cover of this.
And the computer chip
Just have Russell Allen singing it.
that is designed to strip you on your self-control.
Look at him! Look at him!
Don't sell yourself.
I love the video.
Men's thoughts will be programmed.
See, now this is the part in the song where it's that guy with the deep voice from The Human Equation. Thoughts will be programmed. That guy, you know.
By this new technology. Those who take the number, their slaves will always be.
Uh-oh. Wake up from your reverie. Have you taken your penis inspection pills? Or something? What is this? The fuck is this? No, fuck you! I love Jesus! Or whatever these people believe.
And the computer chip
a chip that's designed to strip your mind. Sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. No. Oh, I love it. It's great. That's great. Okay, this is the second song. He said to skip it because it was boring. I want to listen to a little. Maybe it'll be fine. Okay, alright, they're on the road again with Monique. They're out there driving. I like the beat. It's funky. He's jamming. You know, even in the apocalypse, there is funk. I kind of want to see, like, the Japanese version of this. Where it's like, it's the post-apocalypse and the 666 demons are out to attack. But, like, even though there's the apocalypse, there's still stylish, funky Christian youth who, like, you know, rebel against the demons with their god powers. And they have like hip happening music. You know, that would be great. That would be great. I know that's just Persona. I understand that. I am just saying that would be a lot better than this. So this really is kind of fucking boring though. What is happening? He's just on a bike. This is a different guy too. I guess the 666 patrol got that other guy. What the fuck? This sucks. This is lame. Yeah, no, I can see why you wanted me to skip this, whoever you were who sent this in. I'm sorry, I lost your name. It was in Super Chats, and, like, it's not showing me the Super Chats anymore on OBS, but, going back that far. But, yeah, this is, like, I guess this is, like, about a woman's role in the home or whatever, probably. Is that what this is? Love to watch you leave, baby.
Got a car and a bar and a TV.
Car and a bar?
Got the latest in fashion and you travel by jet. Yes, you've got everything made to satisfy. So why is that tear in your eye, my love?
I don't know, you might have fucking depression. You might have something that can't be cured by money. You know, it might, or God. I mean, it might be God. It might also just be that you're a godless heathen and you need God. Or maybe you're not. Maybe it's going to be like you need a baby. I think it's probably you need to have a baby. You need love. You're a woman. You need to have a baby. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe she's just got like bipolar disorder. Maybe that's why she's sad despite having so much stuff. You know, that can happen to people. You know, I've been slowly learning the hard lesson that just because I have 4 guitars doesn't make me happy. And it was like, really? Oh, I thought the 4th one would really do it. Damn.
Why is that tear in your eye? You've got a beautiful house with a swimming pool. You've got plenty of friends cause you're playing it cool. And you've got
Oh, is that implying she's a fucking whore? Is that what that is?
That money can buy. So why is that tear in your eye, my love? Why is that tear?
Yeah, I don't know. You said this was boring, and it is. It's a boring fucking song, but, like, this is kind of stupid, though.
I think I know.
Oh, look at that face. Somebody grab that face, make that a face, grab it, make it an emote. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. It might not be a good emote, but there it is. Take the face. There you go. 3, 2, 1.
Just how you feel inside when nothing seems to satisfy. I felt the pain, I've known the fears. God knows I cried so many tears.
So yeah, it's Get Up Man. It's you're sad, find a relationship. That'll make you happy. Absolutely. No, that's good. That's good. That's why, is that why so many people are like killing themselves? Because I'll just never be complete because nobody loves me or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. But that's fine. Don't worry about that. No, you need to find a mate to be happy. That's why you're sad. That's the exclusive reason why you're sad. That's the one thing that's missing. And not the fucking chemicals that are imbalanced in your brain. You know, that maybe you need like a medication or something. Or, you know, you need like fucking medication, maybe meditation. You know, something to help your actual brain instead of just, you know, following God or whatever these people believe and like having lots of children or something so that these people can allegedly abuse the children.
Until the day
boyfriend-free girl, yes.
Then true love wipe my tears away. You're a computer whiz with a high education, and your daddy is rich with a good reputation, and you've tried everything that there is to try. So why
you're a fucking whore?
Is the tear in your eye, my love? Why is that tear in your eye? You've got a mountain villa away from.
This just keeps going on. You've got everything. Everything's great, but you're sad, and obviously it's not because you're clinically depressed. Or like some other thing, or like whatever. It's because you don't have a man, or whatever. Yeah, that's the reason. Thank you. Good. Very good. Very healthy for people. Not only does that make you feel bad if you're like alone and can't find love, but it also makes you like I don't know. I had a point. I forgot the point. Anyway, whatever. Here's the third part. The third song, apparently the second one was bad. This one's supposed to redeem it. Fire and ice. Sex and satisfaction. Look at all these young people having fun. That's illegal, you know. It sounds like a Yakuza karaoke song.
Out of the night you approached me.
Like what's the fucking song? It's like Kamurocho Lullaby or whatever. It's from like 4 or 5.
Flashing freedom and love, igniting within me a new life worth living and love that I'd only dreamed of. I was the captive of shadows.
No, I mean, again, these songs are good. That second one really did suck. That guy was fucking right on the money. It was kind of interesting in like a meta sense, but the actual song was fucking garbage. But the first one, like, we heard a little bit of a song. That girl was driving in a car and had a song that was better than the fucking real song that they played, but then this song is fucking good too.
And dreams I
God damn it, I hate it.
You melted my chains with the heat of God's love and brought liberty I never knew. Fire and ice collided that night. My cold, darkened heart met the heat of your light. Fire and ice became one that night. With your flame of love, my heart did unite.
God damn it. I used to have a fucking Chris Chan dancing gif that would have been perfect for this, but it's gone. It's not like in the scene anymore. I'm not gonna go find it. Fuck that. This is fucking great, though. Listen, if every fucking Christian song I ever heard was as good as this, then I would be like I would be really happy. Then I would be a God-fearing Christian. If every God song was like this fucking, whoever was writing the music for this cult was fucking on point.
I held you close and you kissed me and kindled a fire in my soul. You whispered
Copacabana a little bit.
So tell me again as you love me and warm up my heart with your fire. How God is.
Why is the song like so sexual? Because I mean, this is a God song. They're talking about God.
One who made all these pleasures to to satisfy every desire. Fire.
It's like, it's so fucking complicated with the god people, because you gotta find a woman or whatever, you gotta find a man. God forbid you're a woman and you find a woman. No, you gotta find the respective according sex, obviously. It's illegal otherwise, but you know, you gotta do that, and then, but you can't fuck them, or like give in to any of your desires, because that's evil. So you gotta like you gotta, like, marry them before you find out if you have any kind of sexual chemistry. Which is great. And then you find out that you don't, and uh-oh, maybe I'm actually gay. No, I'm sure that's not the case. I just gotta, like, stab myself with needles to get rid of that feeling. You know, like, I don't know. Again, these are just these things that maybe, like, you know, maybe you can be a Christian and maybe not care so much if people, like, you know, try before they buy. Like, well, yeah, the loophole, but, you know.
Fire and ice became one that night. With your flame of love, my heart did unite. Fire and ice became one that night. With your flame of love, my heart did unite.
So this is like, yeah, but like this is, I mean, fire and ice is a good fucking name for it, because it's like you've got the fire of passion and desire for the other person, but you've also got the icy cold fucking gaze of God on you at all times, and fucking so help you him. If you ever, I dropped my lavender scented candy stick, candy cigarette, yeah, God fucking forbid you ever, like, give in to that. I don't know what the song is getting at, because it seems very sexual. I mean, to be fair, this is a weirdo cult. I don't know what all their beliefs are. I know that they got allegedly got kind of sexually abusive towards a lot of people, so maybe they were a little more free love, you know, that kind of thing. They were like hippies on a commune or some shit, so it's possible that it's possible that they're not as prudish as, like, you know, the people we were looking at before, but I mean, I don't know, it still seems weird.
Fire and ice collided that night. My cold, darkened heart.
If you ever come, God will kill you.
Fire and ice became one that night. With your flame of love, my heart did unite. Fire and ice.
Very sexual video for, like, a God thing. I'm surprised. Bold and brash! SOS cult, whatever you're called. Family of Jesus or something. Green door! Okay. Is that orgasm noises or animals? I can't tell. Okay, which one's getting murdered first? Is it gonna be young Alanis Morissette or fucking Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future? Yeah, that was the Christian wet-ass pussy, you're right. This one's kind of spooky. This is a graveyard jam. Grave diggers! Can we get the Resurrector on this one? Where are you going? Fucking... God damn it, I forgot her name. Who does she look like? She's that one actress. She's the fucking one from Groundhog Day. I ruined the joke. That's great. Have somebody in chat come up with the punchline by naming the actress. So what's the green door? for some reason now you got to keep in mind these videos are like dubbed in other languages, you know, because the original, the way that most people became aware of this whole situation was because of the Red Letter Media video, where they found the video, the first tape, the SOS video, was in Japanese, and so they didn't know what the fuck was happening, and they didn't pick up on how God it was until like the third song or something. So like they don't talk in the scenes. Like, this is all silent, and, you know, she screams or whatever, but, like, there's not really talking, so that they can dub, the only part they have to dub over is, like, the, you know, the song, the singing, or whatever. So it's like, presumably it's in more languages than just Japanese, but I think they had a presence in multiple parts of Asia. I might be wrong. Certainly America as well. Yeah, little Phoebe Cates, I can see that. Nobody actually named the actress I was thinking of. So now they're going into the fucking crypt. Wait, what is happening? Wait. Wait. Oh, the music started! It's Bone Zone! No way! I didn't know Joel made this video! The actual music is starting now, so...
I still don't know how we got down there. It was all underground. I wanted to stay and investigate. Take a look around. It was almost like a hospital.
Okay, so these young youths, you want to get gun shoot. They got into the forest. They were going to go to Fuck Butt Point and fuck butt because that's the loophole. But then they found the green door and they went underground into the secret ICA facility where Hitman Agent 47 came from. And they're plotting to something with the 666, I guess. And that's what's happening, I guess.
With nice polished floors.
Dracula's
Everyone
there, yeah.
busy going nowhere in the place called the Green Door.
Yeah, it's the Dharma Initiative.
There were scientists, experiments, shooting rockets that got nowhere. Soldiers on the battlefield, bombers in the air.
What?
To myself, this must be hell. Nothing but despair.
Bro, what?
You grabbed my hand, I remember you said, we gotta find a way out of here.
Oh, okay. Chat, you know, I haven't taken any mushrooms in like a month or anything. What the fuck is going on? Did someone dose me? Oh god. Literally. Chained old people.
Watch out for the green door, lady, where you don't belong. Have your name written in heaven and your reservation confirmed.
So this is hell, everybody. You're in like the back rooms, the CIA 666 back rooms, and then they throw you into a room and like you get like fire or whatever. There's fire. I guess that's hell, everybody.
It was almost like there was no truth there. You didn't know what to believe. No hope for any change. There was no relief.
What?
The spirit world must be another dimension somewhere.
Is that evil Satan?
This was an extension of the hell of their lives here.
Oh, bro, this really got high concept really fucking quickly. This is cause like the first few songs were all fairly whatever, Like, the first one, I forget what it was even about. The second one was boring. It was about, like, find love. The third one was, like, fuck or something. I guess it was another find love. And now this just took a fucking backflip off the fucking deep end. We're just into a fucking canyon with this shit. Fucking hell. Because the first video, the SOS tape, starts, like, you know, and it's, like, kind of weird, and the first song was about, like, computer crazy, about, like, people are working with computers, and it's, like, making them unhappy, find God, whatever, find love, that kind of shit. And then there's, like, a few more kind of slightly subtle songs, until it got into, like, the barcodes and the evil Satan and Jesus smiling down on the believers on his cross, or whatever. And this is just right into it in the third video. Just not even really a dip. We're just this is happening. This is a lot of stuff that's happening. These are the sins of mankind.
And for the wicked,
is that Rambo?
Life was meaningless still.
Oh, okay, he's gonna kill them because he's evil. Because he doesn't have morals, because he's not religious, chat. Oh, run! Yeah, leave those children to be allegedly abused by this cult instead of killed by this guy. Allegedly. Jesus Christ. Right. Right. Geocities fires right there. I mean, look, like, I don't want to be like that guy, but like, man, I really wish Red Letter Media would see this someday. Jesus Christ. I guess it wouldn't have quite the same impact because they know what it is. And if it's in English too, they would obviously know. But like, man, this video is fucking bonkers. So watch out. There's Satan! Look at the Satan! Guys, it's Satan! Yo! Oh, this is hype! Oh, this is just the end of SMT4. Okay, so that's... Don't follow Jonathan, he sucks. Fuck that guy. Go with Satan. Watch out for the green door and maybe where you don't belong. Have your name written in heaven and your reservation confirmed. So watch out. Just give us your soul instead. Just sign down your name here and give us your soul. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna take a lot of love, is this song. Alright. I don't know why the last... is there like a biblical precedent for green door? Is that like some kind of imagery that I don't understand? Because that's a weird name for that song. It seems like that's just like a random thing in their fucking... like, this is like... And then they met God and he was wearing Converse! Like, just a random fucking detail.
Harry, we got a full house out here tonight and we're running low on chicken.
What the fuck? Okay, I guess that's a float? A Coke float? Do people do that? I guess that wouldn't be too bad. I thought that was just pouring Coke into milk, though. I was fucking distraught. But you freeze the milk and add some fucking sugar to it. Like, that makes it fine, I guess. Pilk! It's Pilk! Oh god, is that fucking... I thought that was fucking Gilbert Gottfried for a second. It's me! I really am in everything! Pilk moment! Somebody says, first time chat or toaster jump scare. I've heard the color green was once associated with the devil, hence the Green Knight in the King Arthur saga. Okay. I guess that seems like something that these people would probably latch onto. I believe it.
Heavy on the mustard and 2 beers. 2 cheese, heavy on the mustard, 2 beers, got it.
It's me, God from Smiling Friends! Man, I love all the— oh, this guy's a sex creeper. Okay. I love all these, like, every woman in this cult has, like, the same 80s fucking hairstyle with, like, the knot, like, it's tied in the top and it's, like, curly. Whoever's, like, whoever the Rajneesh is in this cult has a type, is what I'm saying. They're all, like, curly brunette ladies with, like, the hair is, like, down at the side. But, like, in the back, it's long. I've seen, like, multiple women who have the same fucking haircut. Or, like, something very similar to it. Oh, they are speaking! There's words! So who is this lunch lady bitch? Okay, but they're speaking though, because this lady's talking. I guess if they dub it, they're gonna have to have somebody choreoing over it in Japanese or whatever.
Hey man, you're on the order, get me a plate.
Oh, I love this guy! This is like the festive gay guy that shows up to the party. And he brought like a pineapple to the party as like a gift. I like that guy.
Dishes again.
What the fuck is this fucking video? Like, the theme of today's stream is just random non sequitur bullshit that has nothing to do with any kind of fucking point, unless you're like one of those weirdos that makes 5-hour essays about how fucking Sonny and Cher predicted 9/11 or some shit. You know, like, unless you're in on the fucking, like, predictive fucking media lore or some shit, you're not even gonna know what's going on. This is just the same with the fucking Beatles video, just random shit that had nothing to do with anything. And now this is just like, they're in a fucking restaurant. Are these the dregs of humanity after the fucking apocalypse? There's like a sick looking lunch lady, and there's like, this guy is a lech, and then there's like a party guy. That means he sucks fucking dick or something. I don't know. Something's wrong with him. We don't like him for some reason, even though he looks fucking festive and cool. Like, I don't know what's going on. This lady sucks.
Oh no.
This kid sucks.
Why, you little... Listen, kid, you better shape up and get your act together because I'm getting sick of it. Trying to do the best I can, I just can't keep up.
You can't get sick of it, cause I vomit! I mean, I quit.
So just what do you think I'm gonna do with all this? It's been here all night, you know.
Okay, kid.
Dude, I don't even care about salmonella. I totally want to fucking eat at this restaurant.
What are we supposed to do with all the food?
Yeah,
we don't have any clean
What
food. What are you even doing here all night? That's what we've got.
She's gonna do the job.
This is like the fucking Doctor Who episode Midnight, where they're all just yelling at each other for the entire episode. The whole episode is just British people yelling at each other about who's the sussy imposter.
That's what you're getting.
This is the American redneck Netflix remake of that episode.
That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Do you understand that? It's real simple.
Delicious.
I'm trying the best I can.
Oh, you don't do that!
So you get yourself in gear, or you're out. Do you understand?
Oh, La Cucaracha. Now it's music time? What's happening? What does this have to do with God? Is God gonna save them from mean employers? Is God gonna make this guy turn into Spider-Man? Still a light on back there, Jethro. Oh, now we're getting Oriental up in this. I like to believe the car horn, the like police siren, I like to believe that was part of the song and not part of the like Foley of the fucking scene. It's just a random sound effect they threw in the song.
Servant maid or beggar man, their state is just the same. No one takes the time to get to know
Fuck
them
you, old hag!
names. Could it be that you and I might be the ones to blame? It's gonna take a lot of love to turn this world around. Western nations keep on taking much more.
Wait. So they're in like a video store, but it's like a post-apocalyptic Hitler video store where everything's like in black and white. And like, why are all the tapes just like in black and white?
Western nations keep on taking much more than their share. They justify their selfish lives by pretending that they care. How can they claim to remove the chains by taking much?
That was fine. That's fine. That's just a baby. There was nothing weird, but I gotta just be careful here. You know, just step right up.
More than their share. They justify their selfish
So we got singers,
pretending that they care.
and then there's like a little baby.
They claim to remove the chains when they have put them there.
Okay, and then we're back to this guy. We're back to this guy, and he's in the video
Gonna take
store.
a lot of love to turn this
And there's Tiny Tim there, and he's homeless.
world around.
And this guy doesn't care. He doesn't care that Tiny Tim is homeless.
The rich keep getting richer, keep on taking.
We're turning the song into a fucking hoedown now. All right, so now there's the this guy's rich.
From the poor,
he's getting richer.
They'll loan you $50 and take back 100 more. Well,
these are some deep lyrics, everybody. You know, this is really convincing. And now, finally, they're convincing me about God. I don't know what this has to do with God, but they're convincing.
It's bound to make you feel depressed. It's bound to make you sore. It's gonna take a lot of love to turn this world around.
Well, no, I feel depressed because clearly I haven't found a love yet. That's the only reason why I could feel depressed, right? So like, it's not because of the horrible inequity in the world or anything. What's your cult gonna do about that? I guess everybody would be peaceful and not be mean to each other if they were part of this cult that allegedly abuses children.
They spend millions on new weapons in this modern age of man, and can land a man upon the moon, but still
never know in one of these videos, like, I'm fucking terrified that they're just gonna cut to, like, war crimes. Like, just people being shot in the streets, because you never fucking know. Like, they've got, like, missiles and, like, babies crying naked in the street, and, like, you never know when it's just gonna cut to, like, you know, some horrible fucking footage, so I gotta be real careful.
give a damn about the starving children.
Oh god, okay, alright, you know, we're, just being real careful. So there's a starving child.
In a foreign land, it's gonna
there's some kids eating out of a bucket.
take a lot of love to turn
More
this
kids.
world around.
More starving kids, and then there's just, they cut to, like, this is funny because they have all these starving kids, right? And they're like eating out of a bucket. It's like that kid, and then they just cut to this like old Canadian man or whatever. Like he's just like this. He looks like red green. This is going on. Okay, hiding the screen. There's tanks, world leaders, political people, George H.W. Bush on TV. Yeah, people crying in war zones. Really nice sprightly music. Like, I mean, I don't know how much of this I can even show, but just like, I mean, it's fine. There's nobody getting shot or anything, but it's like, just imagine like a montage of this while, like this lady crying over her dead loved ones in a war while this music sounds like Banjo-Kazooie background music. Like, you know, just, that's the vibe. Just keeping, you know, just so you know. I gotta be careful though. So the guy grabs the Bible off his shelf. I think we're good. No, it can't be. There might be a naked Jesus on the cross. Okay, now it's God. Now it's God. Or maybe it's Sauron. Or, no, not Sauron. Gandalf. Maybe it's Gandalf the White. You know? This might be him. Or God. Oh, careful, careful. I saw like a cage or something. No, this is just people hugging. This is a montage of various people hugging. And we like circle wipe to these people hugging.
Well, you say until that day, is there something we can do?
Okay, so this random fucking nun in white shows up.
Yes, you can.
That's terrifying. It's like the ghost from that fucking movie where the lady eats a pie.
See the man who lived the golden rule. Then do unto your neighbor like you'd wish he'd do to you.
This kid lives in like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory house.
It's gonna take a lot of love to turn this world around.
Run, Charlie! Run as fast as you can! Don't stop till you get home! I'm sorry, homeless lady. Here's $5. You wanna fucking give me a gum job? Oh, you fucking helped her see the love in Jesus. Well, that didn't really help her, actually. I mean, maybe she can buy some food, I guess, but like, I don't know, man. Giving money to homeless people is, you know, teach a man to fish, that whole thing. I guess it's nice. It really just makes you feel better more than anything.
To turn this world around.
Look, like, is that the same girl? Cause like she's got the fucking with the curly hair, and then this girl also has kind of a similar kind of style. How many women are in this fucking group that have like the same haircut? Or they're old hags, like that lady. Take me on! He's jumping into the thing. Oh, this is the titular song. This one's titties. 20 minutes to go, everybody. Which, is almost true, actually. It's like 21 minutes to go or something. 22-ish, something like that. The next up video is Sims busting out Game Boy OST. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, this is the title track. This one better fucking slap. How can she slap?
Let's go. You're the good girl. You're the good girl. Come, Sandy, come.
Ponte only 30 minutes. Okay, try to figure out how God is involved. There's dogs? Is it because dogs are made by God? Is it because dog is God spelled backwards? Is it because dog dildo is... What is the fucking meme? What's the meme where it's like godliness is like dog dick backward or something? I've seen that like a bunch lately. Yeah, the music tension is building. America? Is this about America? Is America the enemy? I believe it. I believe it. Dogs have no souls, so heaven? Maybe another rapture?
I just don't understand how we could have been
9/11? No, this was before 9/11. Maybe this predicted 9/11. Are we allowed to say 9/11 on Twitch? Are we allowed to acknowledge events that happened in the world on this website, or is it like YouTube where you can't do that?
The situation here in New York.
Hello, this is the president.
Oh boy, this is like the end of a Metal Gear Solid game, everybody. This is some serious stuff. So 20 minutes to go must be like this is like 2 minutes to midnight. This is the Christian version of the Iron Maiden song. This is like we're 20 minutes to go before the apocalypse, before the bombs fall. Like, this is the tension. We had the guy playing with his family and his dog because when the bombs fall, they're all gonna be dead. That's what's happening. Dawn of the final day. I love this fake president. Like, this is supposed to be the White House, everybody, because this is the president, right? So he's in like a fucking hotel suite or whatever this is. This is like this is like an office. This is like some lawyer's office or something. This is not the fucking Oval Office. That's for goddamn sure. Got like black leather seats. Very 90s. Very 80s. Oh, it's happening. Oh, the world's a radioactive grave. Can you hear the sirens? gonna die, everybody. The dog is gonna get it. He's gonna get it. The dog's gonna be the first one to go. Sorry to break it to you, chat. Music's kicking in. This is a slow burn. This one's really going. This is the title song. They know there's a lot riding on this one. Trample over nature! Yeah, fuck you, Mother Earth, Gaia, whatever we believe in. Jesus, something. This just keeps intercutting between fucking random footage. I guess this is the bombs, they're on their way. The missiles are on their way, chat. This is the fucking White House. Guys, it's the White House because there's a flag back there. This is embarrassing. This is like that one, I keep referencing it, but it's like that Red Letter Media video, the fucking best of the worst, where it was like the Oval Office, and it was just like a picture of Ronald Reagan, like a framed Ronald Reagan picture, and that was the Oval Office. This is worse. This doesn't even have Reagan. If they didn't give The West Wing to Aaron Sorkin, this is what would have happened, you know? This is what it would have looked like. Guys, this is the White House press conference room. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Holy shit. I mean, I know this is just some wackadoo cult, but they can't... Like, just don't have the White House. Unforced error. This is too ambitious for your own good. Yeah, this could be the newsroom, you're right. Nothing like it. My fellow Americans, I've got a shiny new body.
This is the president. The current international crisis has now escalated to a state of nuclear war. Our early warning systems indicate that our enemy has launched large numbers of intercontinental ballistic missiles on all major industrial and military targets.
That means they're gonna cancel the baseball game. Oh man.
In this country. The first incoming missiles should reach their target areas within 20 minutes. I urge all our citizens to seek out the best available shelter.
Man.
20 minutes to go.
We're on a journey to forever.
Never saw you look this way before.
Oh God.
What was that he said about the war?
This is fucking depressing.
Mommy's crying, tears run down her cheeks. She can hardly speak.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Sit down here and take your papa's hand. How I'd like to help you understand.
We didn't join the right religion many years ago. Now we all have to die in a holy war.
But there's barely time to let you know how much I love you so. With only 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, let's not hide the, you know, I mean, this is kind of funny and stupid, but, like, this is a fucking allegedly an evil cult that fucking abused a lot of people. And they're like, this is one of their brainwashing tactics. As funny as the songs are or whatever, you know, this is like them scaring people into joining this cult or whatever because they've, you know, the apocalypse is definitely coming. If only they you know, announced the apocalypse for like 2025 or something, maybe then I'd believe it.
How much love can you show?
First time chat, Ponelander, Sedge.
Where on earth can you go? With only 20 minutes to go.
you people were ugly anyway.
Isn't there still time to run away to a place where
Listen, if you think this video is disgusting, then remember that the last video had a song that was about, like, if I remember correctly, didn't it have a song that was like the fetus begging not to be aborted or something? Like, it was something pretty bad.
I'll be safe. Someplace, mommy, where the bombs can't go. Tell me if you know. There's no place down here where we can run. It's too late, the damage has been done. But beyond this world's a better land.
Yeah, this is like something from, this is similar, it does remind me of like the ARG shit. Like, I think it was Local 48, the one where it was like the fucking weather station or whatever that had like the nuclear war warning or something. It was like, we got invaded by China, so we all have to fucking patriot position and some shit like that. Yeah, this is kind of similar to that. I can see why you might think that. Yeah.
As we go, I'll hold your hand. With only 20 minutes to go, how much love can you show? Where on earth can you go?
Where are you driving?
With only 20 minutes to go.
I mean, realistically speaking, should we all have bomb shelters? Yes, but you know, let's you know, come on, be reasonable, people.
Little one, our time has almost come to leave this world for a better home.
Oh no.
Hold on tight to Jesus, we will pray. We'll be there right away.
20 minutes to go. So much love we will know.
Yeah, when we all die in a horrible, horrible explosion, we'll all know the love. Yeah, that's good. Great cult. 10 out of 10 cult.
Time is so close. Only 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go. So much.
Okay, anytime I see a little child from like another country, I'm always like, you never know when it's gonna be like some fucking national, some like, you know, what do they call it? The fucking like encyclopedia shit where they have like some lady with her tits out, you know, like, you never be too sure. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Getting like stock footage of bombs. Oh, now they're preparing the kids to hide under their desks because obviously that'll help. Why didn't the dog get to go inside? Remember, your dog doesn't get to... Oh yeah, that's right, because your dog doesn't get to go to heaven with you, so fuck the dog. Leave the dog outside. The dog can't come. We all get to go to heaven. We all get to go to heaven, definitely. Even though Dad, like, killed that guy back in '82. But, like, he never got caught, so it's fine. We all get to go to heaven. It's fine. He gets his morals from Jesus, so it's fine. Dogs have no souls, they don't get to come. Boom, boom, bang, everything's dead. Kamblamos, bam, kablams. All our history is wiped out, the lineage destroyed. Nevermore shall our blood flow. Oh, good God. Oh, no.
Daddy?
We're in heaven now. No, we're not in heaven.
Here.
were in like purgatory because they weren't the right religion or something. Is that what's happening now?
Oh, Daddy, where are we? Why is it so dark?
Yeah, Fido had premarital sex with the mom's leg. That's why he's going to hell. That's right. Fido, you know, knew what he did wrong, and he accepted his penance. It's fine.
Close. Hold my hand.
Bro, we got like 15 minutes left. This shit ain't close to over. 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever.
Oh, there's Mommy. Are we dead?
Is this even the same family?
Daddy, Mommy, we're moving. What's happening to us? Mommy, what are all those...
Planet Y is alive! This is great. They're like flying through space now.
I think there's stars. Passing them so fast.
Can you see the stars? Can you recognize the constellations? The synths sound like a fucking like hockey anthem from like the 90s. You know, what is that like Canadian, the like da 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 with the fucking cheesy synths? That's what it sounds like.
Oh, what's that? That big light.
We're going right into it.
Oh, Mommy, it's so warm, so loving.
We're on an amazing flight in space.
This must be heaven. What a wonderful place to be.
And then it turns into a fucking this is like the Mobile Suit Gundam theme as interpreted by Christians. Kido Senshi Jesus Jesus.
This must be heaven. We can live and love so free.
Yes, no, the bomb was apparently a good thing. Because that's the lesson. This was like I'm pretty sure this is like a doomsday cult, basically. And that was basically the lesson, was like, if you follow the video so far, you remember the video with the guy working or whatever? Like, that was supposed to be like, because people are evil, humans are sinners and evil, and they're all bad, and they chose their fate. And so, like, the only hope that we have is to be God-fearing people that go to heaven when we die, when the bombs fall. And, like, essentially, it's a roundabout way of getting to the Funeralopolis line. Nuclear warheads ready to strike. The world is so fucked. Let's end it tonight. Which I think I can agree with that sentiment a lot more than this. You know?
We feel such love and such peace here.
Yeah, this was Mar-a-Lago. That's right.
I never felt so happy before.
Well, the barcode shit was doomsday, chat member. The barcode shit was like doomsday shit. It was like, the barcodes are being used to control you by Satan and the apostles of Satan or something like that. And there was a whole 666 organization. That was all part of it. This is what they wanted, which... Actually, wait, what the fuck? No, wait, what the fuck? What? Shouldn't the 666 Satan people have, like, stopped the nuclear apocalypse so that we continue living in our horrible hell life on this earth? I guess this is the good ending. This is the happy ending, is that they were thwarted and there was a nuclear war. That's what we're supposed to take away from this.
Free from all sorrows and pain in our heaven.
Do I get big titties in heaven? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. I would assume that the people in charge of heaven might have an issue with, you know, any kind of body modification that's not God-given. This is what I'm saying. If you go to heaven... Like, the concept of heaven is, it's heaven. It's anything I want. It's my like, your personal heaven is not like the God heaven. You go to God heaven. You go to the real, if there's heaven is real, you go to heaven, and it's probably just gonna be like, you have to follow the rules really strictly and, like, say your fucking prayers every day and some shit like that. And it's like, most of us don't have to worry about that, because if all of this is real, then none of us are, like, saying our prayers every day, so we don't get... I guess if that's what your life is, and you go to heaven and you just have an eternity of that, I guess, but that would turn into fucking Squidville. There's so many good concepts for heaven in fiction. Like, imagine, I made the joke before about, like, well, joke, I made the story concept before about a guy who goes to heaven and he's like, all right, finally, I've been good all my life. I died, I can cut loose, I can gamble, and then he has to be good in heaven, and it's like, it's bullshit. It's all like this totalitarian society. No, but imagine the person who actually is God-fearing, actually likes going to church, and then they go to heaven, and then it's the fucking Squidville episode of SpongeBob, where it's like, yeah, at first they really like it. They really like saying the Psalms every day. But after like 2 weeks or something, it's like, boy, can I go to Harvey's? Can I go to get a burger? Can I eat, like, bacon? Is that allowed? I don't know. I think the Christians are okay with bacon. These people aren't even Christian. They're like a weirdo cult. But, like, the point is like, eventually, even if you're into this shit, you're going to want to cut loose. You're going to want to break bad a little bit. You know, you're going to want to cook. And they're not going to fucking let you. And even in that scenario, you're still going to be miserable. I don't see heaven being that great of a place, unless it's specifically a personal heaven for every individual, where you get to do whatever you personally want to do, and it's like your paradise, which seems very unlikely. I mean, that just seems pretty unlikely. You know, I'm a believer. I'm not a religious person, but I believe in spiritual stuff. I think there's stuff going on. Spiritual, whatever. Not necessarily ghosts, but like fucking some kind of astral consciousness bullshit, hippie bullshit. I listen to enough space rock that I believe this shit. This is what I actually believe. And so I'm willing to believe these kinds of things about like heaven or hell or whatever, but it's like, I don't know. The most likely interpretation of heaven as I see it does not seem all that pleasant. So, I mean, I don't think I want to go to heaven, honestly. If I'm being real with you, I think I'm going to take my chances with like hell or like purgatory. I mean, purgatory just seems like you get another fucking extra life on Earth or whatever. Because, like, I mean, Earth is hell, if we're being real with ourselves. Earth is a hell of our own making, but anyways.
Fly through the air dressed in garments of light. Look, I can do it too. You try, Mommy.
Children dancing and singing, a beautiful sight. We are in heaven.
Heaven!
What a wonderful place to be.
Oh, they have Asian people in heaven? They have upskirts in heaven? Be careful. So we can fuck in heaven. I think they are saying that if you join the cult that you can fuck in heaven. And I mean, that follows, because again, this is like one of those like free love kind of cults. I don't know if last podcast ever talked about this cult, but I would really like them to at some point. Or I like to see some kind of videos about them, because I really don't know too much about it. I think they're like Family of God or something like that. And yeah, they are apparently the ones that, like, you know, that Joaquin Phoenix and his family were involved in, and a lot of other people. They were active in Japan, and yeah, they were apparently quite bad people, allegedly. And part of their thing, I mean, it was a very sexual cult. I think they had, from what I do know about them, they were apparently abusing children, you know, in a sexual manner. And so I guess all of this, like, join our cult and you'll die and you get to have orgies in heaven or whatever, which isn't exactly what they're saying, but this is very like, you get to kiss people and hold them tight in heaven, you know, like, and then there was that other song, Fire and Ice, earlier. They're kind of implying heavily that you can fuck in heaven, that heaven fucks if you join our cult, basically. So, like, you know, so if you get, like, sex people on board, if you get the sex people, the sex havers, and they see this and they're like, man, I can fuck in heaven? Like, that's really going to change a lot of minds.
Fountains of light spray their colors so bright way up high.
Aren't they beautiful? There's a magical river with water that sings and gives life.
They did cover it.
It's so pretty, it's sparkling.
I can see mansions.
I'm gonna have to listen. I might have already listened to it, but I'm gonna have to listen to it again. So, you know, we got like a kaleidoscope fucking space bullshit.
Of crystal and gold everywhere.
And there's a mansion for us too.
Wow, this is just like just take a moment to realize as you're watching this that this is basically on par with like wacky flying spaghetti monster Xenu shit. I mean, again, believe what you want, but like, man, we're talking about like we died in the fucking nuclear holocaust, and now we're in like space heaven with crystals and weird pyramids, like the fucking place in the desert in Wheel of Time. Like, okay.
I can see mansions of crystal and gold everywhere. And there's a mansion for us too. Laughter and singing and music are filling the air. We are in heaven, heaven. What a wonderful place to be. We are in heaven, heaven. We can live and love so free.
Oh, this video's got the special effects. God, it is sad though when you look at this and you realize how these are like, look at these children who are all part of this cult and probably were all like horribly traumatized in some way. It's really, you know, again, laughs and jokes aside, this is kind of a fucked up fucking video. This is not necessarily a good feels fun time video. And of course the general fucking vibe of like, yeah, kill yourself to experience Earth's pleasures, as someone in chat put it. Like, yeah, that's fucking weird. Obviously, like that just goes, I think that goes without saying a little bit, you know, but like, you know, yeah, there's just this whole general thing of like, no, don't worry, like, I mean, how religious is it to be like, hey, that thing God made, the Earth? Yeah, fuck it. Abandon it. Nuclear fucking war. Let's all go to heaven and just whatever. It's, like, why? I don't know, man.
There's just so much to see. After all we
There's like video toaster effects? Okay. Oh, look at that!
smiled at me.
That flower smiled at me!
Your loved ones who died and passed on to this place. Here's Grandma and Grandpa. They're so young.
I mean, I've made a lot of jokes about it, but like, if this was the next Arion album and it was just like, I see all my dead relatives in this place, and like, we would just not even bat an eye to that. Double standards. Dude, we get capes in heaven. Look at this drippy motherfucker with the boxer shorts. He looks like he's about to go fight a dude. He's got like boxer shorts, like the shorts that a boxer in a ring fight would wear. And then he's got a fucking cape. This is like the fucking #1 champ in heaven. He's gonna go fucking, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Heaven. There he is! It's the big man!
What a wonderful place to be.
Okay, the dog came to heaven with them. All dogs go to heaven then? This cult believes dogs go to heaven. Then why wasn't the dog in the fucking room with the fucking family then? I don't buy that shit for a minute. Fuck you. The dog doesn't have a soul. You fucking know it. Don't you fucking patronize me with this shit. I mean, I'm all for the idea that dogs go to heaven. For all I know, only dogs go to heaven. But I'm just saying, I don't think you people believe that. If you people believe that, then the dog would have been next to the fucking family inside. Maybe he's an outside dog. Go fuck yourself. It's the apocalypse. What do you fucking care? You get mud inside the fucking house and the carpets? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. The dog didn't go to heaven. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit, chat. AI generated dog. Okay, so moving on from that. Is this the charred cinders of Earth? Yeah, I think so. This is the end of... Spoilers for FF7. Well, I mean, I guess I just spoiled it. This is the end of FF7. After they, like, do the thing with the fucking materia or whatever. And then it's, like, Red 13 or whatever running through the fucking canyons. And just like, yeah, bro. Born again. Hell yeah, dude. This is after the apocalypse, I guess. The trees are fine. In the wake of the nuclear war, the fucking... No, here's the thing, though, because I thought this video was, like, maybe directly following the last one, but I remember the last one also had people at the end, like, they were, like, raptured and went to heaven, and there was, like, people in the running from fucking the 666 Brigade in the forest. So, like, this video's actually following somewhat of a similar trajectory, but, like, kind of incorporates lore that was introduced in the first video. I mean, far be it for me to knock these fucking videos for being, like, you know, not telling an accurate story or something.
When I was young,
Heaven has synthesizers.
Told me what kind of man I should grow up to be. Wealth and riches.
It's just mirror haze.
Life's goal.
Remember, the TV is extra fragile.
Poured my young life into their mold.
Oh, look at that kid's fucking face. Look at that. They're all singing, and then this kid just rips a fucking fat yawn. I mean, I can't do the orgasm scream right now, but, like, man. Do you have a good match cut to him fucking mouth agape there in, like, 70s glam rock makeup? What is he in, Roxy Music?
I grew restless inside. The game I played left me dissatisfied. I tried to break loose. I tried to live free. I finally cried, Lord, won't you please rescue me? And then suddenly...
Well, there's your problem. You're standing in front of a rainbow. You're part of the woke agenda. Even though you're dressed like...
Rescue me.
I mean, I already called somebody a Brooke from One Piece looking ass motherfucker yesterday on a stream, but I mean, all I'm saying is yo ho ho.
And then suddenly I heard a knocking at my door. I opened up, now I know what life's for. The King of Love came in and broke every chain. He gave me peace and joy, I'm born again.
So like, I guess not everybody died in the fucking nuclear war? What is happening? Is this, like, edited out of order? Why was there a song about everybody going to heaven? And now we're just, is this in the future when people have rebuilt? I thought that's what this was gonna be, but it's just about some guy, like, whatever. It's about fucking Slash from Guns N' Roses, like, finding Jesus. Maybe this is the origin story of how he started wearing the hat and playing guitar. Another brunette woman with long hair. Oh, she's blonde. Okay, there's a few blondes. But it's like most of them are like brunette women with long curly hair. Sad man. Happy man.
I'm happy now.
Sad man.
In my heart, a new
happy man.
At last I found
sad man. Happy man. I mean, it's funny that is basically the video. It's a montage of I was sad, but then I became happy, and then I was sad, but then I was happy some more, and then I got sad again. But that wasn't long, because then I was happy again. But this isn't heaven. We saw heaven. They were all wearing like fucking space future man outfits with like capes. This isn't fucking heaven. This is the earthly mortal fucking realm, my dude. My dude. Oh! Getting dizzy in heaven, spinning all around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off.
And broke every chain.
Jerry Seinfeld is feeling himself. That's right. It kind of sounds like Africa by Toto. Just to get da 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 da. Oh, motherfucker.
All my old friends say I'm
Look at these fucking squares. Oh, motherfucker. Or whatever. I dropped something. It's fine. It's staying down there. Look at these fucking squares. Look at these. This person's got like... What's this haircut? These people are like trying to camouflage themselves with this fucking wall. What is this?
I smile and agree, my whole life has changed. Far behind are the...
Oh yeah, you get to be the cool guy who goes and tells your friends about how you found Jesus or whatever. Yeah, this is depicting this kid as he joins this cult and like starts alienating himself from his friends and family, which is what they want, obviously. That's a cult tactic, but he starts alienating himself from friends and family, and he's just like, no, but you gotta join! You gotta join! It's great! You're all sinners! You're all bad people! It's fine! You can all be bad people, but you could be better like me. You could be right like me with God in the hole. You're a righteous soul.
sorrows of my past. With
the faux hawk, you're right.
I'm free at last.
Free at last!
Because one day
Yeah, there they all are! The Jesus people! God, this is still fucking going. We got like at least one more song.
I opened up, now I know what life's for. The king of love came in.
The other to imagine these people are all just running up to each other and going like, Becky, you chose the right religion too? I guess so, Samantha. Oh boy!
And broke every chain.
Hey, where's Talib? I don't know. What happened to Kwan? I don't know. I guess they won't be joining us. Anyways, yay!
He gave me peace and joy. I'm born again. The king of love came in and broke every chain. He gave me peace and joy. I'm born again.
Guess they're going to hell, Sedge. Yeah. All of our minority friends sadly couldn't make it. Uh-oh. Okay, but that's all right, though. Yeah, we were born again. Yay! Sedge! Great fucking song, dude. Oh, was that it? I think that was it. We got like a credit song? Is that what's happening now?
Forever.
Oh, what the fuck? What is this, like narrating it? This is using footage from the last one too, the SOS tape.
Some try to fight it.
So this is like if you're too stupid to pick up on what's happening in the lyrics, they tell you what's happening in the fucking... Okay, so they just have like a narrated part, and you can also buy SOS, of course. Don't forget to buy SOS. And don't forget to watch Family Guy. But yeah, I guess that'll do it. Bane, here's your 10-minute warning. That'll be it for the stream. I'm gonna be rating Bane whenever he starts. I guess if he starts in time, I don't know. If not, go check out Fuzo YT, I think, in chat there. But, you know, I'll try to do the actual raid thing on Twitch. Get it set up there, Bane. Come on. I'm not holding up the stream if your thing is not ready in time, so hurry it up. But yeah, no, we're gonna be raiding Bane in a sec. But let me read a couple more of the things here. What do we got? We got 100 bits from Amazon Parrot. You can only fuck if you're straight and cis. Thank you for the lesson. 100 bits from Kate Cora. Oh man, I'm missing a cult stream. Oh, it's okay. I think we this one, the VOD will stay up. I think it'll be fine. Let's see, 100 bits from I Ain't 21. Remember, chat, Jesus is a canon character in JoJo. So JoJo is godly. And don't forget that Bart Simpson is canonically a JoJo. His middle name is JoJo. I learned that in a mic stream. And that's true. That's real. So like, that's real. We got some awoos from awoo. Thank you. 100 bits from Amazon Parrot 975. Why do these people get so mad at the idea that humans originated from apes? I mean, you know, I really don't know. Because I've never understood it. Even since I was a kid, I guess I didn't have it explained to me in the fashion where I, like, you know, where it made sense. But even since I was a kid, I was always like, well, why can't people just believe that God made the apes or whatever? That God made, like, evolution happen? Isn't that fine? Can't you just believe that? Like, isn't that fine? I don't know, we have to believe that no, there's no way apes were involved at all. Oh no, apes gone! No way. Absolute, there ain't no way, there's no way apes were involved. And it's like, I don't know, I mean, I feel like that's not so controversial, you know, just whatever, God made evolution happen, sure, cool, that's fine. I can believe that, sure. I mean, I would honestly believe that a lot. I'm gonna be real with you, Chad. I believe that there has to be some kind of fucking creator that made our weird, complicated brains happen. In some fashion. I don't think it's like the Christian God or whatever, any specific denominational fucking God, but I believe that there's something out there, or we're part of a fucking, like simulation or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. We're all too small and insignificant and stupid to comprehend it, probably, but like, yeah, I believe there's probably something, but like, I don't know. I think if there was, I think that it's within their power to have made fucking, you know, just made evolution happen. Like, whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't know. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. I mean, again, believe what you like. If you're, this stream is in no way condemning Christianity or anything. I have some like criticisms personally, but like, you know, whatever, it's fine. I mean, that's criticisms of like mostly stupid people. You know, if you're like a normal person, if you're a decent person who just likes God and, you know, believes in God, and you're not like a pushy weirdo about it, you're not starting a cult or whatever, you know, that's fine. Like, that's fine. Nobody has an issue. I mean, there are some people who do have an issue where it's like, oh, you know, like Brandon Sanderson, for instance, I think he's Mormon. And I keep hearing like, oh, it would be a lot better if that guy wasn't Mormon. And I'm like, I know Mormons are like, whatever, you know, but like, I don't know. The books that he writes are not like telling people to be Mormon. They're not like Mormon propaganda, you know? So it's like, it's fine. If you listen to him speak, he's not like a hateful person. He's like, you know, he's a very progressive minded person. It's not like he you know, hates any groups of people or whatever. I believe there's LGBT people depicted well in his books too. So it's like, it's not even like Mormons hate, you know, whatever group of people. It's like people would just assume, oh, he's Mormon, so that means he's like a bad person, or like it would be better if he didn't like have those beliefs. And that's like, I don't agree with that, you know? It's like, no, let the guy fucking believe what he wants. He seems to be a decent enough person, you know? So it's like, if you're just a decent human being and you're not a fucking weirdo about your fucking beliefs, whatever they are, I consider this stream no more like controversial than like making fun of somebody who's way too into fucking My Little Pony. I mean, it's the same thing. It does nothing to do with your belief in God. It's not an attack on your religion or anything. It's just an attack. It's just a criticism of certain people. Not an attack, not a bully stream. It's just a criticism of certain people who take a certain thing too far, and that thing happens to be, you know, Jesus-y stuff. Got 100 bits from Amazon Parrot. You think these same types of Christians will start to claim that K-pop is evil and satanic too, since well, it is. I mean, I don't know about satanic, but it's like a fucked up industry, K-pop. I mean, there's probably some K-pop artists who are just, you know, indie K-pop artists who just make music that sounds that way or something, but from what I understand, a lot of it is actually a pretty fucked up industry, so, like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe turn your attention toward K-pop instead of this. Yeah, that'll be great. I want the Christians to attack K-pop, and then the stands on Twitter can hop in on that. And that will catch us up there on the bits and stuff. Thank you everybody for stopping by the stream. I hope you had fun. We'll try to do something tomorrow as well. I'm gonna try to stream like, I mean, I try to do it every day, and it's not been happening for the last week. I've been kind of, you know, a week or two. I've been kind of every couple of days, but at least, you know, there are months where I've streamed like once every fucking week, you know, or like twice or 3 times a month, or once a month. So you know what? I think streaming like every other day, maybe that's not too bad. That's a good step in the right direction. We're still on the road to a 24-hour stream too. My record is now like 9 hours, I guess. So there you go. I'm going to try to, how do I fucking do raid channel? Okay. Fuso YouTube. We're gonna raid Bane. There he is. He's got his fucking VTuber out and he's playing Call of Duty. I don't know if he's doing any other stuff. Maybe he's gonna do something. Bane, do something funny. We're starting the raid. I don't know how this works. We're raiding. 50 viewers are ready. So many viewers are getting ready to raid. Oh, ready to raid in 3, 2, 1. We are raiding now. Oh, we raided. Oh, this is my first raid on Twitch. I'm very excited. So everybody go raid Bane. Send him. I think you can do the channel emotes over on his channel. You can do DeadwingDork Sangi or whatever over there. And thank you everybody for watching. Take it easy. And go check out Bane's stream. Have a good night, folks. Penis.